Go ahead.
All right, so we give praise, esteem, and honor, Abba and Shamaim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's pick this up in John chapter 5, verse 39. Search the scriptures, for in them you think you have eternal life, and they are they which testify of me. And you will not come to me that you might have life. I receive not honor from men, but I know you, that you have not the love of Elohim in you. I come in my Abba's name, and you receive me not. If another shall come in his own name, him you will receive. How can you believe which receive honor one from another, and not the honor that comes from Elohim only? Do not think that I will accuse you to Abba. There's one that accused you, even Moses, in whom you trust. Had you believed Moses, you would have believed me, for he wrote of me. But if you believe not his writings, how should you believe my words? All esteem and praise the Abba and Shamayim in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. What's happening, so? Amen, man. Shalom, Brother Craig, man. They get this Isaiah 8 and 16, man. Bind up the testimony and seal the law among my disciples. And I will wait upon Yahuwah that hide his face from the house of Jacob. And I will look for him, and behold, I and the children whom Yahuwah have given me are for signs and for wonders from Yahuwah of hosts, which dwell in Mount Zion. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto the wizards that peep and that mutter, should not a people seek unto the Elohim for the living, to the dead, and to the law, and to the testimony? If they speak not according to this word, it's because there is no light in them. Now, what part of the testimony should we deal with today? Tell them what testimony means by definition, Civic, while I decide which way we want to go.
Let's tell God to the testimony, attestation, confirmation.
So, of course, we're talking about binding up the affliction. So this is what we'll do. This is what we will do. Come on, Civic, give me Matthew 26 and 57. Shalom, Brother Ernest, man.
And they that had laid hold on Yahushua led away to see if it's the
Shalom,
high
Eric,
priest,
man.
where the scribes and the elders were assembled.
Mm-hmm.
But Peter followed him afar off unto the high priest's palace and went in and sat with the servants to see the end. Now the chief priests and elders and all the council sought false witness against Yahushua to put him to death, but found none.
Shalom, Quran, man. Yahuwah Baruch.
Yea, though many false witnesses came, found they none. At the last came 2 false witnesses, and said, this said, I am able to destroy the temple of Elohim and to build it in 3 days.
Pause. Now, y'all know where the false witnesses come in at, because we just talked about it. But let's just make sure you remember. Well, so Shalom, 10K. Where you finding that at? Where you gonna find it at? They went in many false witnesses. They found last came 2. We just dealt with that.
Come on, boss.
With Nabal. Now, I don't think we need to reiterate that. But now when he said destroy this temple up and raise it in 3 days, where you gonna find that at though? Now I will give you a caveat, you ain't gonna find the 3 days associated with the temple. But destroying the temple and rearing it up, you will find that. Where you gonna find it at? I don't know. Give him Amos 9 and 1, Civic. Let's see what you mean. Old Testament.
I saw the Lord standing upon the altar. And
Hold on. Anything that if we say, hey, where this coming from this afternoon, and we in the New Testament, that means you're going to have to find it in the Old. Go ahead.
I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door, that the post may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword.
I'll allow that, Quran.
He that fleeth them shall not flee away. He that escapeth them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb to Shamayim, thence will I bring them down. And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them. And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword.
Back him up one more time. Start at one again. Peace, brother Omar. I missed something.
See, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar.
What'd he say?
Smite the lintel of the door that the post may shake.
Tell him what a lintel is, man. You like lentils? Kalisha look like she like lentils. You do. That's why you be farting all the time. All them beans. Pinto beans.
That's Kaftor. That's a bowl. Not the capital of a pillar.
You know what a capital of a pillar is, Kalisha? No. What about you, sir?
Say a wreath-like button or disc.
But you know, Shalom, brother, but you know what the capital of a pillar is. You shaking your head, Glory? What is it? Yes. Yes, it is. Shalom, brother Joseph. Yeah, it's the top of the column of the pillar. Y'all don't remember? Y'all didn't get taught about Corinthian pillars in school? Huh? You got taught about that? So you mean to tell me I'm the only person in the Duval County public school system that was taught about Corinthian pillars? I was in high school. Let me show you what a Corinthian pillar is, man. What type of classes y'all niggas was taking? Gym?
I skipped class. Still class.
Y'all done seen Corinthian pillars all your life. Here you go. These Corinthian pillars. Oh, that's the wrong thing. That's Corinthian pillars. It's architecture.
We don't learn about that stuff.
Yeah.
Monument and all that.
Yeah.
The courthouse.
Well, there's a lot of articles about that in Springfield. You got that same.
Most of them do. If you see stuff like that, I don't think those was a type of pillars you would see in Israelite architecture, but most architecture really don't differ that much, to be 100% honest with you.
That's still saying it to this day.
They just call them Corinthian pillars because they're associated with the people in Corinth. That's why they call it that.
See, the house on Riverside, 4 pillars, designed the same way too. That's like the thing too.
Yeah, hold on. Well, they call them columns. Classic archetypal structure from ancient Greece, known for its ornate capitals, decorated with acanthus leaves and scrolls. Started about the 5th century. So, like you said, Nisha, the capital of the column or the pillar is what's at the top. So he say, strike that lintel of the door that the post might what?
Shake.
Pause. And cut them where?
In the head.
All of them what?
And I will slay the last of them with the sword.
And then of them that flee?
And he that escape of them shall not be delivered.
Pause for a moment. And let's get mine. See, now you in the Old Testament, now you got to go in the New and see where this come from. He say smite the lintel, right? What smite mean? You gonna smite him down to the ground? Ain't it what he said in Pulp Fiction? I saw smite thee.
That's not called. Strike, smite, hit.
Kill. Kill me a nigga. Don't kill nobody. Most people ain't gonna kill nothing but a nigga nature. You know what I'm saying, man? You know what I seen? And then told my dog the other day, nigga had me dying laughing. That nigga said that nigga ain't gonna throw a glass bottle in an empty parking lot. I said, hell no. I said, boy, I ain't never heard that one before. That boy said he ain't gonna throw a glass bottle in an empty parking lot.
You usually hear they say rights at a wedding.
Not rights at a wedding. Say this boy ain't gonna strike a match in a blackout. I done heard people didn't want to throw a rice at a wedding. We always would tell niggas he ain't gonna strike a match in a Jacksonville blackout. He just gonna walk around in the dark. Come over here to what you call it? Matthew chapter 27. Give me about verse 39. We'll work our way down. Jamul.
And they that passed by reviled him, wagging their heads and saying, You that destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself. If you be the son of Elohim, come down from the cross. Likewise, also the chief priest mocking what the scribes and elders said. He saved others, himself he cannot save. If he be the Malachi Yasharah, let him come down from the cross, and we will believe him.
That is correct, Quran. Jachin and Boaz is the name of the pillars on the temple.
He trusted in Elohim, let him deliver him now. If he will have him, for he said, I am the son of Elohim. The thieves also which were crucified with him cast the same in his teeth. Now from the 6th hour there was darkness over all the land until the 9th hour. And about the 9th hour, Yahweh cried with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani.
That is to say,
my Elohim, why have you forsaken me? Mm-hmm. Some of them that stood there when they heard said, this man called for Elijah. And straightway one of them ran and took a sponge and filled with vinegar and put on a reed and gave him to drink. The rest said, let us see whether Elijah will come to save him. Yahushua, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ruach. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain.
The veil of the temple was what?
Was rent in twain.
What else?
From the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake.
The earth did what?
The earth did quake. And the rocks rent.
What happened with the earth?
It did quake.
It did what?
Quake.
Now come back to Amos 9. Now again, Amos 9 is literally talking about the destruction of the sanctuary. I want you to look at Amos chapter 9. I want you to give me that word for post and shake. That was Muffin was in here doing. She was in here getting sturdy. Didn't even know where it came from. I told her this ain't the Bronx. She said, "What's the Bronx?"
Post is soft, a spreading out, a basin, a goblet, a bowl, a threshold, a sill.
Pause. A threshold. Go ahead. What shape? You like the groove and shape?
That's Ra'ash. Quake, shape.
Nah.
To quake.
Let me get me Haggai. No. Let's wait. So we see if the lintel got smited, which is the capital or the top of the pillar. How we know he the top of the pillar? Give me 1 Timothy, man, 3:14.
These things write I unto you, hoping to come unto you shortly. But if I tarry long, that you may know how you ought to behave yourself in the house of Elohim.
Which is?
The assembly of the living Elohim, the pillar and ground of the truth.
It's the what?
The pillar and ground of the truth.
Tell them what pillar is, man. What do pillars do? Hold up the car, huh?
That's close, a pillar, a column, a prop or support.
It's for prop or support. Hit them with Revelation 3:12. She talking about she want to call a doggone Jack a pillar.
Him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of my Elohim. He shall go no more out, and I will write upon him the name of my Elohim.
Shalom, Jay.
And the name of the city of my Elohim, New Jerusalem, which come down out of Shamahim from my Elohim. And I will write upon him my new name.
Didn't he say that'd be the pillar? That's what? You read pillar, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Read again for me. I ain't catching.
Say him that overcome will I make a pillar in the temple of my Elohim.
Anybody that overcome, he make you a support in the house of God. But he the chief pillar, ain't he? So now you come back to Amos 9:1. Read it again. I stand at the verse you referring to is 11.
I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel of the door that the post may quake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that flee of them shall not flee away. And he
no,
that escape
now
of
tell
them,
them what cut them in the head mean. You don't want to say that around the wrong people. There's different people out here in the world in these days and times.
Cut is basad, to cut off, to break off, to gain by unrighteous violence.
Now notice the key thing here is this is to cut them off in the head or in the rosh. Is it rosh?
Yep.
So what you think this mean to cut them off in the head? That means they getting cut off. Notice now, listen what he says, right? The post gonna shake, you cut them in the head, and I will slay the last of them with the what? Revelation 19:10. This also will take you remember what's in Ezekiel 5. He said it'd be some for the sword, some for pestilence, some for this here. But the key thing is he's standing at the altar and he said, smite the lintel of the door. You know, Mashiach said he's the what? Said he the door. Then he said, cause it to shake. When he was on that tree, guess what they did? They smited him. What happened? Caused it to shake. Okay. Not just him, but the house to shake. Continue.
Saying, I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see not, I am your fellow servant and of your brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Elohim, for the testimony of Yahushua is the royal prophecy.
Go ahead.
And I saw Shamaim opened, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him called Faithful and True.
He's called what?
Faithful and True.
And in righteousness.
He do judge and make war.
Go ahead.
His eyes as a flame of fire, and on his head many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. He was clothed with a vesture.
You know who else I had on their head many crowns? Who else had on their head many crowns? David did. How did David get all these crowns? This was from conquering the people around him. Continue.
He was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of Elohim. And the armies which were in Shamaim followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goes a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations.
He should do what to the nations?
Smite the nations.
Anybody after that man, that house get to shaking, the last of them he gonna slay. And even those that flee away, they won't be delivered. They going to hell too. Come on back to Amos 9:2.
Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to Shamaim, then will I bring them down.
No matter where they going at, he gonna find them. Go ahead.
And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea, thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them.
Anywhere they go, he gonna get them.
And though they go into captivity before their enemies, thence will I command the sword, and it shall slay them. And I will set my eyes upon them.
And he talking about Israel first and foremost. Let that be known. Go ahead.
And not for good. And Yahuwah Elohim will host he that touched the land, and it shall melt, and all that dwell therein shall mourn. And it shall rise up wholly like a flood, and shall be drowned as the flood of Egypt.
This man said when he touched the land, it's gonna melt, and everybody gonna die, like when the boy died in the Red Sea.
He that builded stories in the Shamaim and hath founded his troop in the earth, he that called for the waters of the sea and poured them out upon the face of the earth.
Yahuwah,
his name.
Are you not as the children
of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Yasharal? Saith Yahuwah.
Have I not brought up
Yasharal out of the land of Egypt?
The Philistines,
from Caphtor,
the Syrians,
from Curb,
behold,
the eyes of Yahuwah Elohim upon the sinful.
And what he gonna do?
I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Saying, I will not utterly
destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahuwah.
For I will command,
and I will sift the house of Yasharal among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not least grain.
But all the sinners of my people
shall die by the sword.
They gonna die by the what?
The sword.
That say
the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
All them who say they don't believe in the Lord and say nothing, he gonna kill them. We just read he that swore, right? They don't want to hear that. These niggas don't want to hear that. Shalom, Brother Marvin, man. He gonna kill all these niggas, man. Come on, verse 11.
And that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in a day.
Oh, there we go. He'll raise up the what?
The ruins.
He'll raise up the what?
Oh, the tabernacle of David.
He'll raise up the what?
The tabernacle of David.
And we'll do what with it?
And close up the breaches.
Tell him what the breach is, man. You got on breaches? Or you got on raw?
That's Peretz. A breach, a gap, a bursting forth, a broken wall.
A broken what?
A broken wall.
What about this? What has to be closed up in this breach? What has been breached? What has caused the breach? What do you got to close up the breaches from? Look at him, it's the bread man. Man, ain't nobody never called you that good, man.
Ice cream, man. Cream cheese.
That's disgusting. Absolutely. I don't even know why they called you the cream cheese, man. What type of women were you dealing with, sir? He was dealing with women with discharges. My gosh. He turned around the hood and said it. I'm telling you, bro. Help you out. Rub it on your skin. Y'all still ain't figured out what them breaches is? Or the breach? Tell them what breach mean again. Joanne. Don't nobody want to hear all that.
That's Peretz, a breach, a gap, a bursting forth.
What is burst forth? What is the gap? Hold on. Go to Isaiah 50 what? 7? Is it 57? I think it's 57. Excuse me. It might be 59. Yeah, it might be 59. Oh, no. Word 1 ain't what I want. That one. Hold on. 59 and 12. Isaiah 59 and 12.
For our transgressions are multiplied before you, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions with us, and for our iniquities we know them. And transgressing and lying against Yahuwah, and departing away from our Elohim, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering from the heart words of falsehood. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice stand afar off. For truth
Justice stand afar what?
off.
And what them fell in the street?
Truth is fallen in the street.
What that is right there? I know y'all remember that. Y'all don't remember that?
Inequity cannot.
Hold on, ain't no, we ain't moving past that, man. What you got going on? You smoked the marijuana before you got here? Man, read it again, man.
Saying judgment is turned away backward, and justice stand afar off.
Judgment is turned away what?
Backward.
And justice stand what?
Afar off.
And truth is falling where?
In the street.
And what?
Equity cannot enter.
Man, what this is? Oh, y'all done forgot. It's been that long? Hey, man, don't come in my house doing all that, boy. You was too big for that. Got all that slob on your chin. Your mama ain't helping you out. Ooh, she nasty. She done gave up her pristine days. Start having babies who slob and throw up. You just say, bump it. I'm going to use my hand. Don't shake my hand when you leave. You good now, son? Who in there crying like that? Who in that moaning like that? Oh, she was sounding like she need to take a nap.
Them choosing Barabbas over y'all.
Oh no, he said, man, truth falling in the street. That's a layup. Man, God, leave. Tell him what falling mean, man. I know you know what it mean. You were listening to Alicia Keys on the way over here, wasn't you? Yeah, I bet it is.
To fall, to stumble, to stagger, to totter, to be feeble.
You look like you just listen to Alicia Keys in the dark. Nobody in the house.
Sit up.
Nigga, that's gay. Man, the truth falling. John 14 and 4, man. They ain't helping me out.
And where I go, you know, and the way you know. Thomas said unto him, Lord, we know not where you go, and how can we know the way? Yahshua said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
So how is truth falling in the street? If truth falling in the street, that means who fell in the street? So how did he fall in the street? Because he was dead. They killed him. I didn't read all Isaiah 59 from the start for you to pick up on that. You know what I'm talking about? Come on back and read verse 14 again. Chap B, nut. 59 and 14.
Saying judgment is turned away backward, and justice stand afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot.
See, now he say judgment is turned away what?
Backward.
Go and give him Habakkuk 1:1 and see that one there. Remember, what does the law say? That he will not justify who over who? He said, I will never justify the wicked over the righteous. Let me show it to you. You stay where y'all at. Come over here to Exodus 23 real quick. I really meant to say it. Come over here to Exodus 23. Verse 7. Keep you from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay you not. For I will not justify the wicked. In the instance of Yahushua HaMashiach, judgment got turned away backwards. Would that be an accurate assessment? Remember, what did he cry out when he was on that tree? My Elohim, why have you what? Forsaken me. Because the law says you should not slay the innocent nor the righteous. But in this instance, what did Pilate say? This man is not guilty of anything. Now, come on, where I got you at?
Back.
1:1. Listen to it.
Say the burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Yahuwah, how long shall I cry, and you will not hear? Cry out unto you violence, and you will not save.
You cry out to me what?
violence.
Cried out to me what?
Violence.
My Elohim, why have you forsaken me? Go ahead.
Why do you show me iniquity and cause to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention.
Hold on, wasn't them people out there raising up strife and contention? Read Luke 24 and 46 just on the strength. Remember, we talk about binding up the testimony, and binding up means to suffer affliction. Which I want to get to this part where the Day of Atonement.
It said unto them, thus it is written, and thus it behooved Hamashiach to suffer.
And it behooved him to what?
To suffer.
To what?
To suffer.
To what?
To suffer.
To enter into his what?
To rise from the dead the third day.
He had to suffer. You're going to have to suffer. If you're going to dwell in him and he in you, there is no way around it. Back to Habakkuk 1 and 1.
Check it.
The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see, O Yahuwah, how long shall I cry, and you will not hear? Cry out unto you violence, and you will not save. Why do you show me iniquity and cause to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention.
Therefore the law
is slack.
The law is what?
Slack.
And judgment.
Do never go forward.
And the wicked do what?
Compass about the righteous.
Therefore.
Wrong judgment proceeds.
Oh, man. What slack is right there, man? You got on slacks or you got on jeans?
That's food. To grow numb, to be feeble, to be benumb.
To be what?
To be feeble.
To be what?
To be feeble.
What feeble mean? To be weak. Ain't that what it mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now go read Romans 8 and 1, and maybe that'll make more sense when you read that then. Because he said the law is weak. That's what he just said.
Therefore now no condemnation to them which are in the Mashiach Yahushua.
My God,
who walk not after the flesh, but after the Ruach.
Mm-hmm.
For the law of the Ruach of life in the Mashiach Yahushua have made me free from the law of sin and death.
Mm-hmm.
For what the law could not do, and that it was weak through the flesh.
That it was weak through the what?
Through the flesh.
Ain't that what you saying, Habakkuk? Go ahead.
Elohim sending his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh.
What he did to the flesh.
For sin, condemned sin in the flesh.
Because he just said right here in the back of the law was feeble. That's what it said. And he said judgment don't never go forward. Now wrong judgment done proceeded. Go back to where you was at in Isaiah 59. Then we'll go to Ezekiel. Go to Ezekiel chapters 13 and 22. But before then, Isaiah 59 and what?
15.
Isaiah 59 and 15.
It said, yea, truth failed, and he depart from evil, make himself a prey.
Make himself a what?
A prey.
Tell him what prey mean, man.
That's the law, to draw out, to spoil, plunder, to take spoil. To
So,
let fall.
So what?
To let fall.
So he said to let fall. He say everyone that depart from evil, making himself a what?
Pray.
Shalom, brother Marcus. And what that was again?
Let fall.
Before that?
Spoil.
So everyone who depart from evil can let themselves be spoiled. Now, how do they spoil him? Have you forgotten? Let's take a look at Matthew chapter 27. Pick me up at verse 19 and tell me what it says.
When he was set down on
Shalom,
the judgment
Sister
seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, have you nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him. But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua.
Pause. Let me ask y'all this. What law did they break by asking for Barabbas? Let me see if you remember that. You should not take satisfaction for the life of a murderer. That is Numbers 35. Go ahead and get it. At verse 30.
Say, whoso kill any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses, but one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer.
You shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer.
Which is guilty of death, but he shall be surely put to death.
Now tell him what satisfaction means. You like the Rolling Stones? You think you can't get no satisfaction?
That's kofar, the price of a life, a ransom, a bribe.
Now, how is he say you shall not take no price of a life or a bribe? How does that fit to what they did with Barabbas? Because it's not satisfaction in regards of take pleasure in. So how is he the kofar or the price of a life or a bribe? How does that work? How do you line that up? How do you justify that?
Shit. They say by the mouth of the witnesses, they brought the witnesses to fault their false witnesses on the march. That won't count.
Here's zeroing in on Barabbas. So you got to recall what is the circumstances surrounding Barabbas being set free. That's something different. And even then, that's something different. But even though the Lord got killed, he's still the scapegoat because he took the sins on. He ain't do nothing. Go grab it for me real fast. I can't remember the verse. Matter of fact, I think you're about to come up to it. Along those lines, brother. It's just one part of the story. You miss it, y'all. You just leaving out, and it probably just not coming to your brain. What verse is it? Just read verse 19. You finna come up to it.
Said when he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, "Have you nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day in a dream because of him."
Go ahead.
But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua.
Mm-hmm. The chief priests, they came to do that, right? Now, that's not the main part. He getting to the part of where they made him the co-first.
And the governor answered. And
yes,
said
ma'am.
them,
And she say, slow down some. You moving too fast. This fourth is when you switching up. Go ahead.
Said the governor answered and said unto them, "Whether of the twain will you that are released unto you?" They said, "Barabbas." Mm-hmm. Pilate said unto them, "What shall I do with Yahushua, which is called Amashiach?" All say unto him, "Let him be crucified." And the governor said, "Why? What evil have he done?" But they cried out the more, saying, "Let him be crucified."
The more important where you look at where they took satisfaction, because what did he say was their custom to do on them feast days? What did it say Pilate custom was to do? Let somebody go. You know what I'm talking about? So that would have been the price of life. And they were supposed to, for the price of the life, to spare somebody, they supposed to spare the Lord.
But what a bribe.
Oh, that's just one of the definitions. The price of.
Oh, I thought you were trying to ask
no.
time bribe.
You can look at the bribe, if you want to look at the bribe, then persuading him to A.
Yeah, switch out.
Switch this nigga out for me. You know what I'm saying? Though they didn't offer nothing.
Right.
Just a little, maybe a little, what they call it? Dang, I can't forget it. Quid pro quo,
But he wasn't getting that now.
Scratch my back, I might scratch yours later. You know what I'm saying? I heard you like your booty tickle. I'll be around for a favor, Yeah. Nas and Scarface. Favor for a favor, Holla at me when you need. Now, if you wanted to take it even further for the price or the bribe, it would be the initial bribe given to Judas to rat on him in the first place. You know what I'm talking about? But that's on further on down the line. Earlier.
But that's why I said the witnesses. I thought the boys got paid to do that.
I don't know if it's. Did it say we read it? Did it say they got?
That's what made me think about it.
I don't think they got paid.
She said they just persuaded them.
Yeah. Now he talking about with the two back in 59.
Yeah.
I don't know if it got. Let's say they got paid.
Refs
Refs got. Oh, amazing. Amazing.
Different courts.
Woo. They closed the park down. Why y'all standing in my hallway? Does it look like a hall of standing? Joy, and pain, sunshine, and rain. We just think about Rob Bass.
They just say they sold out for it.
Yeah. So they could have been paid. It's not as we don't know. Knowing niggas, they probably did it for free. You know what I'm talking about? Especially if you don't like a nigga. Niggas go off on you. Let me tell you something, man. You know what the quickest way to make a nigga rat on you? Just say or do something they don't like. Nigga tell on you quick. When you look at the word, man, a lot of times these boys went against these dudes simply because they said something they ain't like. They didn't even take much effort. When you look at most of the people who got killed in the word, man, ain't nobody even offer up no bread. Man, ain't nobody offer up no bread for them to go grab Samson. They just went and got him. I don't like this nigga. Let's kill him.
That's what they did.
Yeah. Ain't nobody really got to offer up no bread. Man, most of these people are turning on you just on the strength. You know what I'm saying? That's why the book say they hate him that rebuke in the gate. You know what I'm talking about? That's when you look at a lot of people, they be like, people hate them for the word. Don't nobody hate you. Don't nobody hate you. Most of these dudes, don't nobody hate you. When I say this here, don't nobody hate you. If people dislike you, it's not because of what you preaching, it's just you. You know what I'm saying? It's just you. You're a dislikable person. You know what I'm saying? You might be brash, abrasive, rude, disrespectful. You know what I'm talking about? All type of things. We just listened to a nigga who like to talk about word, put on a wrestling gimmick all the time. He went around there with them street niggas. When them street niggas cussed that nigga out, he was the most humble man you'd ever want to hear. But that's what people do but this same person to say they persecuting me. Nobody's persecuting you. You're just not likable. See, I don't think the Lord was dislikable. You know how I don't think the Lord was dislikable? What's the point that we looked at it last night? What's the point that lets you know that the Lord was probably a likable man? Even though they did what they did to him. It's something that we read last night to let you know that he was a likable man. Because one thing about it, people do not do this to people they dislike. We read it in Proverbs 27. You go look it up, get that word to let you know what it was. And then that'll help you out.
Who can stand before him?
Who can stand before envy? Most people don't envy people they don't like. Why would you want to be someone that you don't like? That don't make sense. If you don't like somebody, you don't want their character. You don't want nothing to do with anything about them. He say Samson was doing too much, definitely, and getting all the women. You know you ain't gonna like that. You know they were hating on him. He smashing everybody and getting all the ladies. But it's usually when someone is envious of you, they actually like you. Who you ever seen envious of somebody that they didn't like? Even niggas who be hating, they really hating because they wish they could be this nigga because they like it. You like his style. You like the way he communicates. You like the way that people grab it. You like everything. It's not a dislike. You just mad that ain't you.
You said it last night. How wicked niggas hate that God got favor on you and he don't favor them.
Yeah, so that's what Cain's problem was.
Niggas don't like that.
They hate when God fool with you and he don't fool with them. Why he can't fool with me like that? I got word too. That's what Korah said. He wanted to be Moses. Get it for him. Number 16-1. He said all the haters is an inverted fan on the other side. That's it. When you hating on somebody, you too emotionally and mentally invested in another man. I ain't gonna lie to you. You ain't supposed to be that invested in another man like that. Your daddy taught you wrong. Somebody failed you. When you turn around and you hating on another man, you are too emotionally invested in that man. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you was overly thinking about who he is and what he doing. You need a chair, Doris. I think one is. Where's the extra chair right there, Doris? I don't think Deidre's sitting in both of them. Come on.
He said, now Korah, the son of Izhar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, and Dathan and Abiram, the sons of Eliab, and On, the son of Peleth, the sons of Reuben, took men, and they rose up before Moses with certain of the children of Yasharal, 250 princes of the assembly, famous in the congregation, men of renown. And they gathered themselves together against Moses.
They were men of what?
Men of renown.
So these were already great men anyway. It wasn't enough for them, though. Go ahead.
And they gathered themselves together against Moses and against Aaron and said unto them,
what they said?
Take too much upon you, seeing all the congregation are Kadosh.
Be holy too.
Every one of them, and Yahuwah is among them. Wherefore then lift you up yourselves above the congregation of Yahuwah.
Now ask yourself this question. Where do you ever see Moses lifting himself up above the people? Where do you ever see him doing that? Where do you ever see him insinuating that or speaking that? Never. Because 4 chapters before this, he said that Moses was what? The meekest man on the face of the earth. Now, what meek man you know? Let me tell you something, right? What do people like to say? That people take kindness for weakness? See, the problem is with a lot of people is they take humility and meekness is that you weak. That man wasn't no coward. Clearly, he murked the nigga. He seen an Egyptian oppressing his brother. He took him out. The same way he was showing you how the Lord would take out death, your enemy. I'm going to slay your enemy from oppressing you. But the people couldn't catch on to that because people don't really know how Yahuwah operate when he do certain things. Man, at the end of the day, everybody want to say Yahuwah using. But like Moses said, I would to God that all Yahuwah's people be prophets. But the reality is, all you niggas ain't prophets. You know how we know this? Because look how you behave. Look how you live. You think he finna send somebody to represent him and you act like this? And you treat people like this? And you talk to people like this? No. No, he's not doing that. Why would he do that? It's a line. Go ahead.
Saying when Moses heard, he fell upon his face.
Nigga, he did what?
He fell upon his face.
What he said?
And he spake unto Korah unto all his company, saying,
What he told him?
Even tomorrow Yahuwah will show who are his.
Yahuwah gonna show who is what?
Who are his.
And who is?
Kadash.
And who is?
Will call Kadash, and will cause him to come near unto him. Even whom he had chosen will he cause to come near unto him.
That's all you got to do, man. You ain't got to do all that with people. Okay, you want to say all that? Well, Yahuwah show who belonged to him, who chose it, and who's Kadash, man. Nigga, leave me alone. But at the end of the day, they did him the same way. They envied that man. And Miriam and Aaron got caught up in the same thing in chapter 12. That's envy when you go to doing that. You want to be in that position. You want to be like him. Let me tell you something real. When you see somebody be like, why y'all listen to him and y'all don't listen to me, that nigga envying. When you hear somebody say, why don't nobody listen to me? You envying the people who people listening to. Because I'm going to be honest with you, don't the book say a poor man's wisdom is not heard? I guarantee you that poor man wasn't running around talking about don't nobody listen to me. He wouldn't care. He already know his wisdom. If you don't use it, whose fault is that? I'm going to use it. I ain't going to have a problem. You going to have a problem. Go back where you was at. Man, people make the word so difficult, man. Once you really pay attention to how stuff laid out and written, you'll see that 99.9% of the people who claim to be in this, they don't serve God for real. It's not their desire. It's not their objective. It's not what they want to do. It's just something to talk about.
You go to Matthew 27?
Yeah, no. Go back. That's where we was at then. Read verse 19 again. I remember what we was looking at. It was Sunday in Isaiah.
When he was set down on the judgment seat, his wife sent unto him, saying, Have you nothing to do with that just man? For I have suffered many things this day, in a dream because of him.
Oh, it's the spoil. That's what we're going for. Let's keep on going.
But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitude that they should ask Barabbas and destroy Yahushua. The governor answered and said unto them, Whether of the twain will you that I release unto you? They said, Barabbas.
Hey, Nola.
Pilate said unto them, What shall I do with Yahushua, which is called a Mashiach? All said unto him, Let him be crucified. The governor said, Why? What evil have he done?
What evil have he done?
But they cried out the more, saying, Let him be crucified.
See, this is the Exodus 23:7 now.
When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands.
Pause. Let me take you back down memory lane. Where's that written at? Why did he wash his hands and say he clean from this? It's in the book. Where's it at? Who did it? Oh, no. Oh, not Deuteronomy. It's been a long time. So he washed his hands and said, I'm free from the guilt of this here.
I remember one of Joseph's brothers tried to look to that.
Shoot. Bro, Omar just hit the nail on the head. Omar just hit the nail right on the head. It's been a long time. So I know that's why you probably don't remember.
But isn't it a law in Deuteronomy where it was like conscious burning?
No.
It's a person that did it.
It's a person who did it. A very well-known person at that.
You just put the book of chapter.
Oh, I know where's that. I'm waiting on Stan.
I was talking about. Never mind. I'm still trying to find it.
Take your time, bro.
Sit down.
You can go and get 2 Samuel 3 and 20 though. Not Elijah and Elisha on that one, Quran. Remember, he's washing his hands to be free from guilt, from the shedding of blood of an innocent man.
You know, I was thinking about Deuteronomy 21 verse 6. Go to a city.
Read Deuteronomy 21 and 6. Deuteronomy 21 and 6. Come on, Sid.
Saying all the elders of that city that are next unto the slain man shall wash their hands over the heifer that is beheaded in the valley. And they shall answer and say, our hands have not shed this blood, neither have our eyes seen.
I can allow it.
That's right.
I can allow it.
Him being a red heifer.
Well, that's not a red heifer. Red heifers are specific for atonement.
But yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I can allow it. Because that's the city of refuge. I can allow it. But come on and make it 22, not 20. 2 Samuel 3 and 22. Matter of fact, not 20 fine.
What chapter you know?
2 Samuel chapter 3, verse 20.
It says, so Abner came to David to Hebron, and 20 men with him. And David made Abner and the men that were with him a feast. And Abner said unto David, I will arise.
He said David made Abner and the men with him a what?
A feast.
Made him a what?
A feast.
What that sound like to you? What that sound like to you? David made Abner and the men with him a what?
A feast.
What kind of feast? Passover feast, if you would. If you're picking up what you're putting down. Come on.
And Abner said unto David, I will arise and go and will gather all Yasharal unto my lord the king, that they shall make a league with you, and that you may reign over all that your heart desire.
And what? Tell him what Abner's name means. You ever met a man named Abner? I know a white man named Willie.
My father is a lamp.
My father's a who?
Is a lamp.
My father's a light. Yeah, man. I'm talking about he ain't no hood white dude either. Not a country white dude either. People got bread. Grandma and mama was philanthropists. You know what I'm saying? She give away money. Do work in the community.
That's the English name.
I don't know what it is, but you don't see too many white guys named Willie.
You got Willie Wonka.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah, I'm about to say that.
How many white dudes you ever met in real life, man? You got Willie Nelson and who else? I don't know a lot of white men named Willie.
I ain't gonna say a lot, but I know.
I know a lot of niggas named Willie.
Willie Girl.
Willie Bob, Willie James. That ain't even his middle name. You know what I'm talking about? Joe Willie. I mean, when I worked at KFC, I knew a white dude who was worked there. His name was Leroy.
I ain't never heard of one named Leroy.
Willie Dynamite. Yeah, his name was Leroy. But see, he was a pure Southern, you know what I'm saying, white boy. This Willie here, you know, he be out there from the beach, come from some money.
That boy said something I never heard of crack that Leroy.
Yeah, man. Leroy was cool as hell too.
You were smoking doobie with you on break?
I done met you don't meet too many white guys named Andre. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got a few sprinkled in here and there. Yeah, but you don't meet too many Leroys and Willies, I can tell you that. Because if a white man named Willie, he definitely from the South. I put money on that. I don't even think nobody from the West or East Coast named their children Willie. Black or white, I think that's just in the South, man. Not William either. Willie. Because that's what Will Smith trying to talk about. Nigga, your name Willard.
Willard? A-R-D?
His name is Willard.
I know. The kid who was Hispanic, his name was Willie.
Definitely don't meet no Spanish guy named Willie. How you say that in Spanish? Willie. Somebody said we should call George Jorge. That's what Yoshi said. Call him Jorge. Oh man. Hey, come on, man. No, the aspect of verse 21, when you look at his forfeits, the testimony is concerned, is who's the one, hey, who's the one to gather all the people together? Mashiach. And who's the one to make a league with the king? That's his job, for the people to make a league with the Father. Tell them what league is by definition, if you would, good sir.
No.
The league is bereath, a covenant.
A covenant. Make a covenant with him. You see how that works? You see the feast? You see gather the people up? You see make the covenant? That he may reign over them. Come on, let's look at verse 22. Let's roll with it, baby.
And behold, the servants of David and Joab came from a troop and brought in a great spoil with them. But Abner not with David in Hebron, for he had sent them away, and he was gone in Shalom. When Joab and all the hosts that was with him were come, they told Joab, saying, Abner the son of Ner came to the king, and he had sent them away, and he was gone in Shalom.
Then Joab
came to the king and said,
What have you done?
Behold, Abner came unto you. Why is it that you have sent him away, and he is quite gone?
You know?
Abner, the son of Ner, that came to deceive you, and to know you're going out and you're coming in, and to know
all that you do, baby.
And when Joab was come out from David, he sent messengers after Abner, which brought him again from the well of Sarah. But David knew not.
And when Abner was returned
to Hebron,
Joab took him aside
in the gate to speak with him
and smote him where?
Under the fifth, that he died. From the blood of Asahel, his brother.
Nah, you see where he hit him at? He hit him in the where? In that side. Y'all know what that is. That's your John 19. But let's continue.
And afterward, when David heard, he said, I and my kingdom guiltless before Yahuwah forever from the blood of Abner, the son of
Ain't that what Pilate just said? Go ahead. Let it rest on who?
The head of Joab and on all his father's house.
Let there not fail from the house of Joab.
One that have an issue.
Or that's a
leopard.
Or that lean on him.
Staff,
or that fall on him.
Sword, or that lack bread.
But you see what David did? Same thing Pilate did. I'm free from the guilt of this here. Of this innocent man. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Now you see why Pilate did it. Not Big Willie style. My God, today. Oh, he said Guillermo. That's how you say Willie in Spanish. Joseph says Guillermo. Guillermo. Look at Lee. She's gonna name one of them kids Guillermo. Miermo. You're gonna come in and say Miermo. I forgot Lee is staunch on that. I need an M and an L. It is required. Look at Glover. You don't care. You don't care, do it. She said, y'all Mark must be left with them children. Wouldn't it be suck if none of them kept that going with no M's and L's? She said, I ain't gonna hold them to the family tradition. One of them gonna do it. Which one you think gonna do it? She said Mimo is the nickname, huh? Which one you think will hold to it? I think it's gonna be Malia. No, for all of them. She look like I'm gonna give them all M's and L's like my mom and daddy did. What you over there whispering about? Close your legs, Malia. What you over there whispering about, Michael? Now, how you gonna sit here and tell me you ain't whispering? And I just sat here and looked at you. What you over there whispering about, son? Huh? You told her to do what? Oh, man. Enunciate your words. Speak up. Man, ain't nobody finna do nothing to you. I'm just asking a question. Because you're talking in my classroom. So I just want to know what was so important for you to discuss. That's all. You thought I was going to strike you? You thought I was going to reprimand you of some sort? Then why are you talking like you got rocks in your mouth? You do know. Because that ain't what you was talking about. You was probably talking about some type of farting game y'all like to play at the house. Huh? Telling how you like to eat your boogers. Got my eye on you, son. I'm watching you. Come on with it, good sir. Oh, that's good. That's good. You go back to Matthew. Slow me.
24.
Matthew 27 and 24. So now we've established why Pilate said, hey, I wash my hands from this. I'm free of this guilt. Continue.
When Pilate saw that he could prevail nothing, but rather a tumult was made, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, I am innocent of the blood of this just person. See you to it.
See you to it.
Then answered all the people and said, his blood on us and on our children. Then released he Barabbas unto them, and when he had scourged Yahushua, he delivered to be crucified.
That's it. You see how they took satisfaction of a murderer? The opportunity for the price of a life, they chose to pay that price with a just man. This is how judgment is falling away backwards and wrong judgment proceed. This is part of the sufferings. Remember, we read that curse last night, and what's that curse he gave to Adam? Thorns and thistles, sorrow and pain, when he lived the entirety of his life. If the first Adam had to live his life in sorrow and pain, the second Adam had to also. That's why I say it behooved him to suffer, because the first Adam suffered. That was the curse of his sin. So that means anybody who comes into this, man, if you already got that curse on you with the natural Adam, you think you're not gonna have to deal with that in the spiritual Adam? That is insane. Let's establish first and second Adam on general principle. 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 37. Joy, you still in seats? Why you got on purple socks? You're dressing yourself. Where you going, Joy?
And that which you sow not that body that shall be, but bear grain, and may chance of wheat or of some other.
Talk to him.
But Elohim give it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body.
Every seed is on what?
Own body.
Listen, every seed is on what?
Body.
What we read last night with them seeds, what you ain't supposed to do. Read it again for him, man. Deuteronomy 22 and 9. Let's see if y'all remember that.
You shall not sow your vineyard with diverse seeds, lest the fruit of your seed which you have sown
be what?
The fruit of your vineyard be defiled.
What did we read? How you know that you don't want to mingle seeds? What did we read with that last night? Remember the parable of the what? When it tell you the wheats and the tares, do y'all remember what tares mean in Greek? Black. Not bliggity bliggity black. You ever seen that movie? You seen that movie before, Doris? You ain't never seen CB4? Oh, you need to see CB4. You ain't never seen CB4? Oh, y'all need to see that. You know who is CB4? Chris Rock. When his first movie was out, I'm not even being funny. Nigga, that movie is hilarious, nigga. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to be Eazy-E. He's supposed to be, it's a movie about a suburb nigga trying to be a gangster rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's called CB4, as Eric just put on there for cell block for. But Alan Payne, you know who Alan Payne is? You watch the Payne. You watch that. You know what it is? G-Money? We all we got? CMB? Mm-hmm. He in the movie, and he's supposed to have been when they broke up they fake NWA, he became a conscious rapper. He said, I'm black, y'all. I'm black, y'all. I'm bliggity, bliggity, bliggity. It's hilarious. I'm being this. Yeah. You got it. I'm telling you. When that movie came out, about 89?
I don't like it.
You don't like who? That movie funny, though.
I ain't saying anything.
1993.
I probably say that. Saw him in there. Like, thank you.
No, CB4 funny, though. Yeah, like I said, it's a satire movie. You know what I'm saying? That's what he just said, Omar 93. Movie hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely hilarious. You know what I'm talking about? Did y'all ever see that clip when they had like on The Living Color? When they had like, it was supposed to have been the rapper Boss, who was actually found out to be a Wall Street broker. You know what I'm saying? But she was being a gangster rapper. You know what I'm saying? Y'all were young, so y'all wouldn't understand. You know what I'm saying? She only had like one record. Then they had like somebody playing Ice-T. I forgot who was playing Ice-T. I think Tommy Davidson was playing Pop. And somebody else was playing Snoop Dogg. But like when the camera went off, they had Pac being gay. like he was a sissy, like ultra sassy. And dude was like, "What are they trying to tell us with this?" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Damn, that's tough." You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, you never know when them cameras go off. Nigga knew Puppy was a freak. You didn't know he was that big of a freak.
Like, when you go back and watch him making the man clip, that nigga was being gay as hell.
No. I said everybody knew he was a freak. You ain't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. Listen.
It was the other clips too.
Listen. Everybody that even with the let's party daddy, all this type of stuff, but nobody expected this nigga to be flying prostitutes out, niggas needing IV bags after free calls, hundreds and bottles of baby oil.
Yeah. I was just saying, he ain't never come off as like he was playing. Like when the camera cut off, he always came off like a freak.
That's beyond that. We think, hey, you might like to, dibble and dabble, and it's not like that. It's too much. It's 17 people in the room.
But he done been full for a long time. He probably grew into that monster. He didn't come out like that. That nigga been in the game for.
Well, that's what Gene Deal said.
That nigga been in the game forever.
Farnsworth is married to a beautiful
What's
woman.
up? 2 hours of party. Going all night.
They say Farnsworth was gay. That man might have not even been gay because he got the hell out of there. That boy said not hundreds but thousands of bottles of baby oil. Now, all jokes aside, Farnsworth got out of there. That's how you know niggas don't be on that stuff, because he ain't stay around for a long time. That mean he seen some stuff and said, I'm gone. I go get me a ray. I go sell insurance. He probably went, all jokes aside. All jokes aside, and I'm only mentioning this for a reason. All jokes aside, somebody like Farnsworth, you might hear some stuff and you be like, that's none of my business. Then you see a couple things, hey, that guy lived different. And then the more you work there, the more they show you, you like, whoa. Some people stay right there in the midst of all that sin. You know what I'm talking about? And get caught up. And some people do like what Farnsworth do and get missing.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't stay around long. See, this is what these people do. This is how Satan get people. They bring you in, especially because Farnsworth, he put him on because Farnsworth was charismatic. They start taking you places and showing you things and your career moving up and you like all this work I done put in and you thinking, yeah. And next thing you know, is that Professor Oglesby? And you wonder what's going on. Nah, that ain't what I just seen. And then it just gets developed more and more and more and more. And then some dudes, this is why the book say evil communications corrupt good manners. I seen a video of a dude when I first came home. And this man was like, he was in the music business. He seen dudes do this, do that. They offered him some old sexual deviant type stuff. And man said, I jumped on a plane to Milwaukee and went back home, never came back. So I was done. So I don't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of dudes do that. Y'all remember the article we talked about and Buddy poked out his eye? So he said he read that and Mark and said, bump that junk. I got to do this to get out. Man, look here, man. You'll be surprised, man. He said that's why Wale stopped being around Maybach Music, just to get his booty hole played with another nigga. Not for real, I don't know.
I don't even know who you went to.
No, I'm just messing around. I don't know that, man. I don't know nothing about it.
Meek stayed around.
But you can see that though. You go to, and I'm just saying that not just because of music, but because it's easy to point out. It could be whoever you're hanging with. It could be people. Once people have you around them, and they got on some different type time, they feel comfortable enough. Let me show you this part. Let me see how you react to it.
I think it's similar here.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure you. Yeah.
We should have made a billion.
Yeah, like I said, man, they want to say expose you to it so they can include you in. Because just like I told you before, killers don't want nobody around them, boy, if they know you ain't no killer. They got to know you willing to pull the trigger. So these people want to know, man, you like to play tag? Because we play tag. You gonna play tag? Because you can't be with us if you don't play tag. And some people want to be famous or belong so bad, they'll play tag. Don't play tag. You know what I'm talking about? You say you watched the Hugh Hefner. Oh yeah, they say definitely. I read about that before. That Hugh Hefner had tunnels all in his house. Ain't no telling what type of freaky nasty stuff they were doing in there. But give it to Matthew 13 and give them the Greek definition of that word tares, man. Like I said, this is the extreme, obviously. But that could go with anything in life, man. Who you fooling with? If you trying to serve God, you better be careful. Some of these people offering you this, that, there, and the third. They're trying to offer you something might cost you your soul if you ain't paying attention. Because sometimes people, remember, he said evil communications corrupt good manners. Some have not the knowledge of God. I speak this to your shame. Sometimes you have to sit back and be like, it's the same token we talked about this the other day. This is the simplest way I can put it. If a person is on a different type of time, you got to ask yourself, why you feel comfortable enough sharing that with me? You know what I'm saying? What about me made you think that I was cool about hearing that or wanted to participate in that? Because a lot of times it's not necessarily that they think you into that. They want to see if they can persuade you to be into that. You know what I'm saying? And then you have to really look at certain stuff like, take that as disrespect. You don't have to necessarily react in a vicious fashion. Remember what we read last night. Be wise to that which is good, but simple that is the evil. So you have to be skillful enough to know what is just, but harmless enough to not respond in an evil fashion. To know, hey man, these people playing with your soul right now. What made you think I was on that? The same way if somebody feel comfortable enough to down talk somebody, man, and you know that nigga, what made you think I want to hear that? I don't want to hear that. Don't bring me into that. I just seen some article, an interview, some rap. I don't know who this woman was. She said, J. Cole heard her talk negative about two people. He left.
I seen that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't know what the chick was, but I seen that.
And everybody talking about he was protecting it. It wasn't about protecting his peace. He probably like, I don't want to do no business with her.
You in the wrong spot.
I'm in the wrong spot. I don't want to fool with her. He left. And guess what? You know this is how you know he real about it. He ain't tell her why he left. He ain't tell her he was finna leave. He just left. I don't want to fool with you. Now, when you take that into account, it would make sense why he doubled back and say, man, I ain't finna get in that beef. I shouldn't have did that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because now, for him doing that, and there wasn't no notoriety behind it, that means that move that he did with that record, that means that's his character. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? The nigga did. I thought about jousting, and then I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I shouldn't have did that. I don't care what nobody say. You can't really be mad at that.
That's all.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you take that in that means J. Cole, let's joust. This is my dog. Let's have a little friendly competition. Niggas say, nah, boy, this some real nigga stuff. Oh, my bad. We gonna get out the way then. Y'all got it? I thought it was a friendly fade.
I do this right.
You know what I'm saying? I do this. Yeah, he said, we gonna get out the way.
Poke the bell. That was for Terry.
Yeah.
Cezannium, that's a kind of darnel resembling wheat, except the grains are black or false grain.
A false grain.
Fake grain.
Fake grain. So when you look at wheats and tares, people, every Israelite like to mention that, but at the end of the day, you know what it is? Real niggas against F niggas at the end of the day. It's the real versus the fake. He said it look like grain, but it's fake. You niggas' heart's black. You ain't who you say you is. You not 100. You not real. You have to, there's no other way to cut it. There's no in between. There's no gray area. You either a real nigga or you not. But
with the wheat and the tares to the untrained eye,
they look the same. Yeah, they look the same. If you don't know what you're looking at, a wheat and a tare look like the same piece of grain.
And they say that black or whatever, that's like poison.
Kill you dead, and guess what? You've been around fake niggas, and what fake niggas do in every environment they go in, they poison it. You know what fake niggas do? You know what them fake colonels do? Get it for them, Civic. Proverbs 6:16. This is what the fake colonels do. They're just what they do.
So these people time.
You gotta give them time. That was Mama Sharona said that. She said you moving too fast.
Yeah, older folks in here.
That boy flipping the pages, boy. Some people got books. Gotta give me a second. We old school. Civic like this here nigga. I got boop, 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 boop. I got two of them. This thing set up. That boy a professional. get him with a book, he gonna be like, hold on, let me get together.
But in there, we was looking for a long time.
That boy came with a new apparatus with a stand. And he monitored the chat at the same time. That's a bad man. Masrona say weeds can look like flowers. So do depending on the yard.
That's what I told him. He was like, man, some of these weeds be looking like the vegetables or something be wrong.
Looking like the vegetable. Now you done picked it and ate it. Now your stomach messed up. You like, oh, I got the runs. No, nigga, you finna die. Now you got to be careful. That's why I always tell you, it don't matter because somebody got a Bible in their hand, Yahuwah in their mouth, scriptures on their page, clubhouse rooms. That don't mean nothing. That boy could be a straight black colonel. Look like the real thing. Whole time he poison.
They only thrive off the planet.
They can't be separated from the weed because they get their life from the weed. The same way the weeds can't get no life away from the flowers. They have to be attached to the real flowers. That's why he tell you to separate yourself from the fake. That's what we read last night in Romans. He say, mark them and avoid them. Because guess what? If you mark them and avoid them, guess what they gonna end up doing? Dying. They ain't got no life source. They can't stay alive. That's why you have to detach from the fake. You done seen a lot of niggas come through here, boy. The nigga was fake as hell, boy. And them boys ain't live long. Not because they ain't come around here, because they niggas who own that for real, they either detach themselves from you or you detach yourselves from them, and you seen which way they went and you seen which way you went. I ain't talking about no congregations either, man. I'm talking about niggas in the word. You can leave a congregation and still be in the word. Niggas be putting the whole thing down. That's what I'm talking about. Because, you know, some people be like, oh, you going to sit there in the word because they don't fellowship with you. No, ho, nigga, that's what you like to do. We talking about these niggas done put the word down. You know what I'm talking about? These niggas in the world with it. These niggas, some of them tooting booty, half naked, some niggas on drugs, some niggas just living wild and free. Yeah, that's what happened. Because they was only living while they was attached to those who was alive. Once they detach from that, how you going? Where the source of life gonna come from? Meaning you detach from your. Never mind. Niggas gonna think it's like this here. Either way, I don't give a damn. Nah, you know some people thinking you talking about me. You talking about yourself. Nah, like you talking about yourself. They got nothing to do with me.
Right, man.
Because what we don't do was one thing we ain't never did, Civic. You know what that is? That's solicit. We don't solicit. We already had that conversation, man. It's not one. Nobody belongs to anybody's congregation. You belong to the Lord. You know what I'm talking about? Wherever you go, if you in the Lord, you in the Lord. Wherever you go, that don't mean nothing. But we talking about, boy, when you detach. Remember, he just told you to say, you can look this stuff up now. This is regular agriculture stuff. It ain't nothing, man. You got wheats and tares, man. You got them bad kernels, man. Them bad kernels can't live outside of them real wheat. They can't survive. Weeds can't survive once you cut them out. They can't survive. You can't cut out weeds and replant them somewhere else and the weeds keep growing. Them weeds gonna die. You can take a flower and replant it somewhere else and it'll keep on growing. You can't do that with the weed. The weed get its life from the flowers because the weed ain't got no life in it. He fake. He looked like a flower. They look like a dandelion. There ain't no dandelion. He poison. You ever heard that Nas song before? It's poison. God damn. It's the only poison you know, BBD? You don't know that either? Dang, God damn, you don't know poison.
I was like, they from up your way.
They from Massachusetts.
What's the music? I told you that.
Man, it's driving you out of my mind. That's why it's hard for you to find. That's poison. It's living song. I was finna say, boy, I can see if you ain't know the novel. But you ain't know Belle Biv DeVoe. You can't trust a big butt and a smile.
This would tell me to read, man. That's what I was doing.
Mama, she told you to read. Your mama taught you right. My mama told me to read and put that record on. He said, as someone who went to agricultural school, that is true. Indeed. And we appreciate both of y'all on that. Cause he know that. Shoot, he know that. He out there in the garden now. That boy out there, he's a husband. That boy Ishadama out here. I just said that because we just had this conversation with somebody the other day. Talking about a husbandman is this here. We like, nigga, you know what a husbandman is? It's a man of the field. You know what I'm saying? That's Ishadama, a man of the field, a man of the earth. So man, he tilling the ground. That's what Adam was. He was a husbandman. He tilled the ground. He worked the ground, man. He planted the seeds. He tilled the ground. And one thing, right, on the side, right? This might be the one thing Corey could be right on. When you go out there and do that, if you really have, but you got to have an understanding of who is before you get out there. The level of care and attention that you got to have to till the ground and make sure them crops grow. That's the same level of care you got to have if you're gonna be dispensing the word. Because you got to have attention to detail. You got to care about it. If not, man, all the crops gonna die. You know what I'm saying? You just can't drop some seeds out there and just leave. Yeah, bro. Huh? Y'all go out there every day, don't you?
Y'all go for a short span. That's gonna be weird.
You got to go out there, right? You got to walk. You got to check them. Got to prune them. Got to do a whole bunch. Got to make sure the environment is good for growth. You know what I'm talking about? If the environment ain't good for growth, guess what's gonna happen? Them tails gonna come in and kill everything. Because that's what the tails come to do. They trying to suck all the life from the flowers so that they can live.
He went and came back and was like, who did this?
Who did this? It was the enemy. Read it for him, man. 13-29, man. Matthew. And I say all this here too, because it's just relevant to something that we just experienced on this app the last few days, man. Fake niggas, man. They ain't got no life in them. They trying to suck the life out of others. Man, all jokes aside, man, when you dealing with the word, man, and you start to notice that people trying to siphon off from you, that's how you know they're not of God. It's time for you to get out of there. I don't care who they is. You know what I'm saying? Friends, family, niggas around the corner, whoever. Once you see they trying to siphon life from out of you, man, because God ain't going to siphon life out of you. He's going to try to put life back into you. So that means it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? Time to go. I ain't saying that to be harsh. I ain't saying it's an easy thing to do. Because depending on who it is, that's going to be a hard decision to make. But you have to look at something. Who will say he is life. So that means he going to put life into you. He ain't taking life out. So if that individual is taking life out, it's time to get away from him. They are the devil. It is what it is. I don't give a damn who don't like it, agree with it. You can burn in hell for all I care. Because that's what it is. I ain't going to let you take me to hell to make you feel better about your wicked self. And that's something that we all have to make sure that you never get caught into, is worrying about trying to make a wicked nigga feel better about himself because you don't want to make him feel like you do. Man, bump that nigga. Be wicked in the corner by yourself. You ain't got to fool with them people. All you have to do is, what he say, you owe no man nothing but what, sis? That's all you supposed to do. All you owe him is love. You don't owe him nothing else. Yeah, that's all you owe him, love. You don't owe him nothing else. And what's love? Not to sin against him. You know what I'm saying? If they need mercy, then show it to them. Outside of that, man, leave them people alone. Yeah, man, leave them people alone, man. You don't need destructive people in, because you know what ends up happening when you fool with people like that? You get left in destruction, and they go off on it, prancing and smiling, looking for the next person to destroy. That's why I say you better be aware of your adversary, the devil. The devil don't come with no pointed horns and a tail. He come with a wicked nigga face. He come looking like he your friend, look like they love and care about you. Whole time they taking to take you down. Go ahead, man.
So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, did not you sow good seed in your field? From whence then have it tares? He said unto them, An enemy have done this. The servant said unto him, Will you then that we go and gather them up? But he said, No, lest while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, Gather you together first the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them.
Burn them.
Or gather the wheat into my barn.
Notice what he said, right? If you root up the tares, you're gonna tear up the wheat. So that's why you're supposed to know who's of God and who ain't. For people to tell you you can't tell the difference, they lying to you. They telling you that so you can't never peep them out. What we were going at?
Fruits you shall know.
By their fruits you're gonna know them. And guess what tares and weeds can't give? They can't produce no fruit. They can't produce nothing. You know why? Because they ain't got no root in them. They ain't come from no seed. Come on, 15 to 35. But see, if you come from the seed, which is the word of Elohim, guess what you can produce? Joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, meekness, faith, joy, self-control. Against such there is no law. It ain't a sin to do any of those things. And where there is no law, there is no transgression. And where there is no transgression, there is no death. How you gonna sin from being merciful? You can't sin being merciful and kind and humble and joyful and peaceful and faithful and having self-control and being slow to wrath. What is sin gonna come in at that? But guess what? Be angry all the time. Be lustful all the time. Be contentious all the time. That's the root of sin. Be proud all the time. Ain't nothing but sin gonna come from that, and you gonna die and you gonna go to hell. You know why? Because you ain't come from the seed. If you don't come from the seed, you ain't. Flowers got roots in the ground, don't it? Weeds ain't got no roots. You ever plucked up some weeds? They had some roots to them. But they wasn't in the ground good, was it? You can snatch them right out. You can snatch a weed right out the ground, can't you? If a flower really in the ground, you can't just snatch them out the ground. You can snatch the top of it out. I'm talking about snatch them out. You can see the bulb at the bottom. You can't do that. You got to dig it out, don't you? You got to dig out no weeds. You can just pull them out. That's right, Omar. It's easy to pull. That's why it's going to be easy for him to go to hell. You just plug them right up. Come on, hell you go. No, nigga, I ain't never do none of that, nigga. I'm a master at my craft. Better get yourself together, nigga. Ain't it though? Nigga, we ain't pull up no trees in prison, nigga. We cut a chain. We cut a chainsaw to cut niggas like you.
Every opportunity.
Nigga ain't finna listen to a nigga with USA on his shirt. And the flag. That nigga want to stand up and say, I'm proud to be an American. That nigga said, well, at least I know I'm free. That was your favorite song in school, wasn't it? Oh, man, get the hell out of here. Now he want him to bless this place. My God, today.
Say, which one is it?
You get this guy. Where you find this guy at, Monica? You should have left him there. She said, I found him at school. No, she said, I seen him at the what you call them thing? At the vending machine. He was getting some chips and the soda. I said, look at that t-shirt on him. He look nice. And here we are. But the reality is he walked up, his breath was stinking. He asked for a phone number. She said, I'll give him a pad. See how he called the wall. Your breath was stink for real? It was stink then. Brother Craig say some weeds do go a little deep. Now I could go that because some weeds, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. No, I know every weed just ain't a pluck and pull.
But it ain't never one with the tree, so the righteous are upright.
Righteous are upright, because you know why? Because you got to take root downward to bear fruit upward. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no roots. There ain't no root. Ain't no weeds taking no root downward. That's why they ain't bearing nothing upward. They that fig tree. Where the fruit at? Because there wasn't no fig tree. That was a weed. Come on with it. 1 Corinthians 15:35.
Say, but some will say, how are the dead raised up, and with what body do they come? Fool, that which you sow is not quickened except it die.
Except it die.
That which you sow not that body that shall be, but bear grain that may chance of wheat or of some other.
Come on.
But Elohim give it a body as it hath pleased him, and to every seed his own body.
Own body.
All flesh, not the same flesh, but one of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes.
Now, how can an angel if all flesh is not? Angels ain't flesh. How he slinging wee? Come on.
and another of birds, also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial. But the esteem of the celestial
Now,
one,
the esteem of the celestial is one, and the terrestrial is what?
another.
Now, how two things with different levels of esteem going to inseminate each other? Ask yourself that question. He said these two different types of grains. That ain't gonna, he said that's what you just mentioned, Civic Mars tail. But that was
I don't know what they're called. I call
oh no, Brother Gray just say Mars tail is some awful stuff to food. I don't know what that is. Let me look it up. I want to know what doggone the purpose. What's the scientific name of what we call sticker birds? Because I never knew the name of those flowers. But what do they use for? Horseweeds. What is their purpose?
He don't want to say purpose. Oh, he's trying to say
Mars tail. That's horse. I know about horseweed.
Yeah, I've seen some of these before. The Mars tail.
If you leave that grass, you don't cut it. That's horseweed city.
Man, I hate yards that got a fool of them.
Flat ones, that's
What?
I rather the sticky birds than the flat ones.
Horsetail weed? That's what they. There it is.
Flat ones, maybe. Sticky birds could just flip off.
Yeah, I hate them. Man, I hate cutting yards with that stuff like that. Man, that just, especially the ones that's really sharp. No, because usually depending on, especially if the grass tall, that junk gonna be all up and down your leg. You know what I'm saying? And I've always wondered what was the purpose of those flowers. Like, are they to stop insects? What are they there for? Why are they there? It's got medicinal purposes. Who knew? I guess we need
I don't
to.
even know what they really call.
Me either.
They say sticky birds.
Sticky birds, like probably like spurs. That's what they look like too. That's what they look like too. You say they use for medicine, Stanley? Oh, you talking about the horse? You talking about the sticky birds?
So they come from a weed called birdweed, also known as lawn birdweed or sticker weed.
So it's a weed.
Oh, that's a weed.
And grass stickers. So guess what that mean? That mean also them damn weeds cause pain. They better leave them fake niggas alone. That's all they do is cause pain. You walking in the yard thinking you finna go to the house and you get stuck. That's what happens when you walking hand in hand with them fake niggas. And you get stuck. Let me show you what I mean. Psalms 55 and 14. Lord knows we got a verse for it. So you need that? We got an app for that. Don Joanne, you better cut it out before I throw you out there with some sticker birds.
Go sit down.
Whole time people were saying birds because they can't talk straight. That's all I ever heard my whole youth. I just assumed that's what it was. I ain't never look it up and ask no questions. All you knew is some yards you didn't want to lay down in the grass because not only was you going to itch, you was going to get stuck. I don't know what was in that grass to make you itch because everybody grass don't make you itch.
Kim's, man.
Kim's. My God, today. These people just kill us on every corner. That's why I got them doggone dark chocolate M&M because they say they don't use no colors on them. They use beet juice. Yeah, they use beets for the color. Beets. You know what I'm saying? I seen that. I said, I'll buy these forevermore. Nah, you know. I mean, I eat dark chocolate anyway. But Fat Boy I told you Fat Boy something, that video showed the difference of the food. And I forgot what country. I think it was Korea. It was stuff in the grocery store. Like he was showing the difference between Oreos there and here. And I'm like, this. I like, well, these white folks don't give a damn about us. Ain't nobody here said nothing. How the hell we gonna go overseas and the cookies over there got 5 ingredients and you give me cookies over here with 60?
I was just telling you about that. Like, it's the same brand as what you get when you grab it off the shelf. They just taste totally different.
Totally different.
They care about the
They
citizens.
know that nobody killed.
Clearly, don't nobody care.
I said, if you don't care, we don't care.
You don't care, we don't care. I told you, man, that we go with commercial, man. They tell my man, your booty gonna start bleeding, your ears like this. Man, I don't want to lose weight that bad. You talking about my booty gonna start bleeding? That's too much. That ain't even no joke, man. You seen the commercial? They all said the white man smile and all this shit. Man, you can't have nobody talking about nobody smiling. He talking about my anus gonna start bleeding.
They were one I said, they said you'll have like nightmares.
Yeah, nightmares and hallucinations.
I heard that.
Just to do the commercial.
Yeah, before we go. It's a weight loss drug, similar to Ozempic. Cause my homegirl used it. Cause she had posted it one time, and I asked her like, "What's up with that?" You know what I mean? Cause she said she would get results from it. I ain't asked her about the side effects though. You know what I'm saying? But they run commercials for it. We were watching the football game. They ran that commercial. Man, I almost started to send her a message and be like, "Baby, you need to stop taking that. That just scared me."
I asked my sister about the side effects. She said anything. She's like, you reach back for Tylenol, you would never take another one. Everything possible.
But I know with them things, niggas catching sun. But once I see anal bleeding, I wouldn't take a Tylenol if it said that.
No, Tylenol. I done read it back to church. It ain't never that crazy.
Yeah, that's too much. Then you talking about I'm hallucinate? That mean I might go kill somebody.
Right. You might try to run out the back door when you should.
Cause not all jokes aside, right? Cause Jason Black just did a video talking about the killer simp, talking about Buddy in New Orleans. But man, I'm telling you, man, every time a mass type killing like that go down, they either be in the military or they be on psychotropic meds. I don't want nothing that's gonna make me hallucinate because somebody might implant an idea in your brain. You go do some stupid stuff. When the hallucination go down, you don't even remember what happened. You sit in the jail cell butt naked, wondering how you got here. Man, that white boy they locked up for killing them people at that Batman movie. When they got that white boy looked like, why am I here and what's happening to me? He looked like he didn't know what was going on. Now he's sick. I don't know what he did. I think they might have.
He was in the apartment when they
He looked confused. He looked confused. Yeah, sleeper agent type stuff. He say food in the U.S. is bad with the crappy additives. He say it's not much better than because you still in Western society. You know what I'm saying? UK, they don't care about y'all either. They be like, y'all can die.
Yeah, it ain't. It's different. Not that much.
That's just crazy, bro. A lot of stuff, man. I remember that white dude say, man, if it's got more than 5 ingredients, he was like, man, don't eat it. The hell. I don't know if we can go with that with the fruits and vegetables, how these people live. Then I see the dude talking about why everybody want to stack up on guns, why you don't want to buy seeds, because I ain't going to have time to grow it. You talking about mass killing going on, you think you have time to tend to some potatoes?
They got to protect the home. Protect the home.
I got potatoes, I ain't got no gun. What you going to do, throw the potatoes at this nigga? Nigga, get you some guns and a seed, stupid.
They forgot all these bugs.
Gotta have all the bugs. Nigga stuck on one answer.
Yeah, he stuck on one answer like you can't do both. Why you want guns? So I can kill somebody?
Take them up potatoes.
Taking veggies and all. You talking about you ain't got no guns. They looking at this lush garden you got. Ain't no food out there. Guess who's getting shot? You.
The niggas that just bought guns, they buy them. Hungry with guns in their hand.
Hungry with guns in their hand. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Where we at with it, man?
It's Psalm 55 and 14.
Listen what he say in Psalms 55 and 14. So you understand just because somebody sit down with the word with you don't mean they love you. Come on.
He said we took sweet counsel together.
Go back me up to 12. Make it 10.
Okay.
Say day and night they go about it upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow in the midst of it.
Mischief and sorrow in the midst.
Wickedness in the midst thereof, deceiving God, depart not from her streets.
Never.
For not an enemy that reproached me.
It wasn't an enemy that reproached me. I could have took that.
Neither he that hated me did magnify against me.
It wasn't somebody who hated me that made themselves great.
Then I would have hid myself.
I could have hid from them.
But you, a man, my equal.
My equal.
My God and my acquaintance.
My friend.
We took sweet counsel together.
We were taking sweet counsel in the house of God together.
Let death seize upon them.
Let that nigga die.
Let them go down quick in the hell.
And let you go in the grave with your false, wicked self.
And their dwellings and among them.
But listen to what he said. He said, if it was an enemy, I could have hid myself. He said, but it was my friend, my equal. You know what I'm talking about? Man, I've been telling you this here, man. The people that's going to come for you, they ain't never going to be no stranger. They're going to be too far away from you to be able to do. It's got to be somebody you know. It's got to be somebody you got dealings with. Them going to be the ones to do it. How can a stranger turn on you? Stranger can't turn on you. You don't know it. When most people get betrayed, it's always from a nigga they would have been like, damn, I thought you was my friend. Read that part again, man. The three people he mentioned, man. That's right with Judas. That verse is actually specifically about Judas. Go ahead. Indeed, if that's what you were saying. Absolutely.
Not an enemy that reproached me.
It wasn't an enemy.
Then I could have borne.
I could have took that.
Neither he that hated me did magnify against me.
It wasn't an enemy or somebody who hated me.
But it was you, a man, my equal.
My equal. Tell him what equal means. He said, it's my man, my equal.
Equal is erect, order, row, and estimate. Things that are set in order. An estimate, evaluation. Set at an equal.
Equal. We the same. I ain't better than you. You ain't better than me. Said, man, my equal, also my what?
My God. God is aloof. That's a friend and intimate.
My close friend. My acquaintance.
That's Yada.
That's somebody I know. It's somebody who equal to me, a friend who I know. I can't hide from them. But guess what he said? Look what happened to them since they did it. Let them die. Somebody tell you that's not the godly thing to say. I beg to differ. I told a nigga that the other day, talking about you curse somebody. I said, I ain't curse nobody. I ain't tell you what Psalms 109 said. I know how to curse. I don't even use profanity, quote unquote, not in the real sense, because I can get off if I wanted to. I don't call nobody no MFers, no female dogs. No, none of that. Well, if I curse you, I'm going to say, boy, let your sins be remembered before heaven, nigga. Let your mama and your daddy's sins be remembered. Nigga, let your wife's womb become desolate, nigga. I hope your semen becomes sterile. I hope your crops die. You know what I'm talking about? Read Psalm 109, man. They want to know what cursing is. They what cursing is. Pick it up at verse 3.
They compass me about also with words of hatred.
They give him one. See, Psalms 109 is along the same tune. They're dealing with a fake nigga. Listen.
Hold not your shalom, O Elohim of my praise. For the mouth of the wicked and the mouth of the deceitful are opened against me.
The mouth of the who?
Of the wicked
and the deceitful
are opened against me.
These kernels now.
They have spoken against me with a lying tongue.
With a lying tongue.
They compass me about also with words of hatred.
They compass me about with words of hatred.
They fought against me without a cause.
Without a what?
Without a cause.
I ain't did nothing. Didn't he say they hated me without a cause in John what, 15? Ain't that what it was? Come on.
For my love, they are my adversaries.
For my love, they're my what?
Adversaries.
They're my what?
Adversaries.
Tell them what adversary means. Satan.
To be or act as an adversary.
To be or act. He say, for my ahab, they my ah. He said, but he gave himself to what?
Prayer.
That's why he told you, pray for those who despitefully use you. And that's why he told you that. Because when they did that to him, what did he do? Now we talking about we talking about these fake colonels, not these tares. That's what you're supposed to do. Because for your love, they became your enemy. See, if you know you showed them love and they became your enemy, they deserve every evil that Yahuwah put on their head. They deserve every bit of it. Come on with it. I know that's right, Mama Steph. Listen to it.
They have rewarded me evil for good.
They rewarded me evil for what?
For good.
And hatred.
For my love.
Listen, right? Hatred for my what?
For my love.
Listen to him.
Set you a wicked man over him.
Let a wicked man be over it.
And let Hashatan stand.
And let Satan stand right next to this nigga.
When he shall be judged, let him be condemned.
Let him go to hell.
Let his prayer become sin.
And let every prayer that come out of his mouth be transgression before God.
Let his days be few.
And let him not live long.
Let another take his office.
And let another, that's how you know this about Judas. Let another take his what?
His office.
Come on with
let
it.
his children be fatherless and his wife a widow.
Let his wife be a widow. Let his children be orphans.
Let his children be continually vagabonds.
And let your children walk around here and beg. See, that's what you talking about cursing. If I want to curse a woman, I hope your womb die, ho. I hope your eggs rot. And you never push out a baby. I hope if you have a baby, your paps dry up and you got to buy Similac. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These people talk about cursing. They don't know what it means to curse. Cursing somebody out ain't saying some words that people don't like. Cursing somebody is wishing evil in their life. Why you looking like that? Your titties. Your breasts. Your mammary glands. Oh, you ain't never read it? You don't remember the verse when it say, blessed are the paps from which you suck? That was in Luke when the lady seen the Lord. And she said, blessed are the paps that you suck. And he said, blessed are those who hear the word of God and do it. But in Old English, they'll put paps there, but that's what it is. He was looking so confused. What's a pap? A pap smear. Pap smear ain't y'all breast, is it? That's in your womb?
Yeah, I'll miss it now.
That's the wrong pap.
That's another curse.
Yeah, that's cursing somebody. Like technically you can say, I cursed George when he say he could be 50 years old and have sex with women and get married. And I say, I hope when you go over there, you get erectile dysfunction. I hope when you go over there, her vagina's dry. I hope when you go over there, she's on a cycle. I hope when you go over there, she don't give you none and you get blue balls. Yeah. I hope everything in your life go wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I hope you get up in the morning, your car won't crash.
Yeah, I told him that. I said, I hope when you get to go over there, your car break down in the middle of the highway. Nah, I told him the main thing, I want you to make it over there. And then when you get over there, I hope your wee-wee don't work. I hope the Lord strike you with a lack of blood flow and you doing everything possible to get it together and you can't do nothing. You'll be refined to around here tossing a salad. And I meant that too. Because I told him, you know why I told that man that? Because he called my name. That nigga son for me and I ain't sitting for him. So I guess you know. Now I'm here. He told me, you telling people that I said. I say, sucker nigga, you was sitting in the room when it was said. I didn't say it. I cracked jokes about it. And I cursed you. And then I told him what I said. And then I asked him point blank period, you mashing up that lady yams, boy? What I do ain't your business. Okay, so you a wicked bastard. You need to repent or burn in hell. And you a disgrace and abomination before God. You wicked, dirty-faced bastard. And I have nothing else to say. I have no respect for you. I don't respect that. And that's the problem. We claim we are God. You see these niggas fake and you get these niggas attention or you don't tell them. At least tell this nigga, you flawed. See, it's one thing when everybody do their debating thing. That's their business. I don't really get involved with that because I'm going to talk about what your life look like, especially if you claim you're a teacher. What's happening then? What's happening then? What your life look like, man? Yeah. What you know about 23 and 1? You don't know that song. I know y'all wouldn't know that. Y'all don't look like y'all went anywhere near a Beanie Siegel album a day in your life. I got him on my phone. I ain't listened to him in a while, but in 1999, The Truth got played a lot. And my Mercury /Ford Taurus. Whatever the Mercury one was, it was a Ford Taurus. That's all. Yeah, that's it. That's right, Nola. You gotta tell them people the truth about themselves. At least you have to let these people know that I know that you're a tear. That I know that you're that black kernel. That I know that you fake. I'm talking about people in the word. You shouldn't be worried about people who not in the word because they're outside the house. That's none of your concern. We're not talking about people who outside the house. Do you worry about other people churn and what they doing at their house? You know why? Because they make your churn. That's none of your concern. But people who say they inside the house, their behavior is your concern. Now, of course, we live in a different time because of the internet. And I've told y'all this before, and I'll tell you this again. Yeah, we all in the word, and idealistically, you should be able to say something to people. But the reality is you don't know these people. So you have to use wisdom if you're trying to communicate something to somebody, if you see them move in a particular type of way that may not be becoming. Because the people we read at in this book, they lived around one another, so they knew each other. At the bare minimum, they knew each other's families. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's going to be very hard for you to check somebody on YouTube and you don't know them like that. On Facebook or Instagram and you don't know them like that. On Clubhouse and you don't know them like that. That's usually not going to go over in the way that you think it should go over. Because most people, they always ready to check somebody, but you ain't never ready to build no type of relationship with somebody, or you feel like they should, but you the one want the relationship. You know what I'm talking about? If you want people to build with you, then you have to make the effort to build with them. That's why I said that the other day. You can't wait on nobody to assume they should know what to do. That's selfish. That's self-centered. That is you making yourself the main attraction to other people, as if people don't got stuff going on with them. Everybody is not going to peep and perceive every single solitary thing. Is it some things people will see and be like, you need me to do that? Sure. You can't expect nobody to do that 100% of the time. That means that you think their whole life revolve around paying attention to what you got going on. But guess what you ain't doing? Paying attention to what they got going on. And in the minute they don't pay attention to what you got going on, you want to say that they this, that, then the third, when really it's you. You not the good friend. You not the good people. Because if you want something from somebody, I don't care what nobody say. This man say ask and you'll receive any what he said. So if God told you to ask, why wouldn't you ask another person? Read it for him. Luke 11:1. That's why I say that. I don't say that because you trying to put a nigga above a level where God at. If God told you to ask him, because there's a difference. Yeah, God already know what you need before you ask. I don't know. If you haven't communicated that, you assuming somebody know what you need. You don't know if that person really knew that if you didn't tell him. Now, if you told them and they were like, man, I can't do nothing for you, that's different. No, this is different. If they made it seem or said they would do it and then didn't do it. But you can't assume anybody knows anything. What's the saying they like to say in the streets? You know what they like to say? You know what they like to say? They say a closed mouth don't get what, Sylvia? You're going to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? You learn better. Put your big girl panties on, put your big boy drawers on, open up your mouth and ask. Go ahead, man.
And it came to pass that as he was praying in a certain place, when he ceased, one of his disciples said unto him, Lord, teach us to pray, as John also taught his disciples. Mm-hmm. And he said unto them, when you pray, say, Our Abba, which art in Shamahim, hallowed be thy name. Your kingdom come, your will be done, as in Shamahim, so on earth. Give us day by day our daily bread, and forgive us our sins. For we
I'll drop down to 5. I got to read it.
And he said unto them, Which of you shall have a friend, and shall go unto him at midnight, and say unto him, Friend, lend me 3 loaves. For a friend of mine is his journey is come to me, and I have nothing to set before him. Mm-hmm. And he from within shall answer and say, Trouble me not, the door is now shut,
baby.
And my children are with me in bed, I cannot rise and give you. I say unto you, though he will not rise and give him, because he is his friend, yet because of his importunity, he will rise and give him as many as he needs.
Go ahead.
And I say unto you, ask and it shall be given you. Seek and you
ask
shall find.
And it shall be what?
Given you.
Ask and it shall be what?
Given you.
Ask and it shall be what?
Given you.
Seek
and you shall find.
Knock
and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asks, receive.
Everyone that what?
That asks, receive. And
everyone
that seek, find.
And he that what?
And he that seek, find.
And he that knock?
It shall be opened.
Come on, man. Go ahead, listen what he tells you.
If a son shall ask bread of any of you that is a father, will he give him a stone?
Now I'm gonna tell you, he's gonna tell you something. You don't think who will know you need the Ruach HaKodesh? You don't think he know you need that? But guess what he told you to do? Ask for it.
Or if he asks a fish, will he give a Or will he for a fish give him a serpent? Or if he shall ask an egg, will he offer him a scorpion? If you then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more your heavenly Father give the Ruach HaKadosh to them that ask?
To them that what?
To them that ask.
So if the greatest thing a man can ever get, which is the Ruach HaKadosh, and the Lord told you to ask your Father in heaven for it, why are you expecting somebody to know what you need in the flesh? That's unreasonable, selfish, and completely manipulative, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? When you go out and say that in the open that people don't do this and people don't do that, and I shouldn't have to do this and I shouldn't have to do that. No, if a nigga don't live with you, like to actively know, because even every man in this house know it's certain stuff that your wife may know that's going to be that you don't know. Like if you know, okay, you buy diapers, but you may not know how many diapers in the back. You know how many diapers it is. It would be necessary for you to say, hey, we need to get some more diapers. Versus when the diapers run out, you should have got some more. Well, nigga, I didn't know we needed some more. You were privy to that information. Why didn't you relay it? Well, you should have known. Well, that's why this nigga gonna doo-doo in these drawers and you gonna wipe them and clean them then. But that's simple though. You know what I'm talking about? But then there's certain stuff that as a man, you know that you may not know, but he know. Just like this here, I bet you do most of the cooking. I bet you know how much food in there. If you do all the cooking, you know how much food in there. You know when it's time to, hey, we need to hit the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? You crack that, you know it. Don't wait till all the eggs going to tell me we need a couple dozen more. Now, if I'm cooking them eggs and I don't get them eggs, hey, that's on me. See, like, she don't buy the toilet paper. I grab the toilet paper. I already know. Hey, I seen it. It's three rolls left. I need to remember, because some stuff I forget. I need to remember to stop. Well, you've been working some day, you trying to go to the house. You have to consciously remember, I need to stop the Family Dollar and grab XYZ because I really want to go home. My feet hurt. You know what I'm talking about? But everybody got a wife. I heard that, though. Everybody got a wife. Yeah, you got to open your mouth. People act like it's a big deal. Like they say, why you want somebody to read your mind and magically know what you need? I'm not God. I'm going to die one day. Hell, I forget what I need sometimes. You know what I'm talking about? Dang, I'm supposed to stop to the store and grab such and such. I get it tomorrow because I ain't going back out. You know what I'm talking about? Who? Man, if I've been working all day, man, and I get to the house and I be like, damn, I forgot to stop to the store. I get it tomorrow. I ain't leaving the house. I made it here now. It's over. It's over. See, you ladies be like, well, I'm going to go on out there. I ain't going. I ain't going. Unless it's a pressing need, like we really need to go get this here, I ain't going. And if you need me to grab it, please let me know that ahead of time before I get to the house. Because if you wait till I walk in the door and say we need XYZ, I guess you must be going to get it. I'll say he takes himself to remember. Boy, I forget stuff all the time. Boy, I forgot 3 days in a row I need to get toilet paper. I knew I needed to get it. I forgot 3. She came but she said, we got 2 rolls left. I said, I already know. I'm supposed to got them Tuesday. I got them yesterday. I told myself Tuesday, boy, I got to go grab this toilet paper. To get in the house, damn, I ain't going to get that toilet paper. I get it tomorrow. He said, not all of us. He can wait. We still need it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I know. See, some. I said that because some of them in here, mama stuff, they just like to take trips to Target for no reason. So that's right. That's why I said that, because there's a couple of them in here like to go to Target for no reason.
I ain't gonna say nothing on purpose.
Every time you turn around, somebody trying to go to Target. I ain't gonna say no names. You one of them? Or you don't like Target? No, you ain't no real Target. Them 2 niggas right there. That one right there. That one right there. A little muffin sometimes. All the time. I wouldn't know. I was trying to be genuine. So I didn't know the accuracy of that statement. I know Boot like to go. She doing the same thing you doing. Mika talking about the T is silent. No, it's not.
Tarjay.
Yeah, I had to think about it. I got.
I'll think about it first.
I did in my head.
The logo tell us Targot, nigga. They finna got all your money. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. She talking about if you fancy. I only go to Target when I need to get hair product. You talking about definitely, nigga? You ain't got no hair.
Yeah.
What kind of products you getting out of there?
Well, why this nigga said he was the boss, bro? That's true.
You don't remember when that boy said he went and bought them products?
I don't remember. That's why I waited till you got here.
When you bought the products, man, for your scalp.
You got hair general products. Is that true?
I heard you go to Turkey and get right.
No, I'm talking about 3-4 years ago, boy. You had bought something, boy, to help you out when you felt like you were thinning.
You can don't tell me, huh?
No,
Yeah,
I
I don't
remember that.
either. That's why I had to ask. You said you got some general products that brought you back.
Free say online shopping is the best.
Back to back. Back to back.
Hey, Free say online. See, some of y'all look like y'all like that. See, I know she like that Target. Pick it up at the park in the parking space.
Bring it to my car.
Bring it to my car. He got real country just then. He would have told if he would have said he was born in Harlem, New York City, you was like, boy, you lying, boy. You sky. We sounded like a deep Southern man just then. You sky.
No L.
No L. He been down here too long now. Come on. All those aside, boy. You just gotta ask, man. Period. If God tell you to ask, asking ain't that bad. Cause guess what? It's only one thing they can tell you that you don't want to hear, and that's no. And I'll tell you just like what Trick Daddy said. If I ain't got it, I ain't your dog no more. Well, if that's the case, well, nigga, I ain't got it then. Cause you should know if somebody. It don't matter. It don't even matter. Man, don't nobody owe you nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga say they ain't got it, then nigga they ain't got it. Nigga gonna make a nigga get it. Or nigga around here, one thing a lot of niggas like to do is count niggas' pockets. You can't count nobody's pockets. You know what I'm saying? We can count everybody's pockets here. Look at all these damn turns. You know where that money went at. It went to him, and him.
Absolutely.
She talking about Florida is the tropics, U.S. not the South. Shoot, this is the South. Mika, she talking about because it ain't snowing down here. Because it's
one time in Atlanta.
It's snowing in Georgia.
Steady, whether it's snowing or not.
It definitely been bricky though.
Steady.
Definitely been by study.
I went to that garden. I had to go to the office, but my hands was freezing up.
Man, shoot. That junk was offensive to my sensibilities.
Yeah. Latest New York style?
New York style, it wasn't that damn cold. Come on.
About the Timbs out.
He don't need no reason.
You don't need no reason. He went and bought a pea coat out.
Yeah, gloves too, that mittens on.
This nigga had on mid. We already know Monica coat. She came with the scarf. What warehouse you in, boy? They say, shoot. They say you the greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
Nobody right there brown like you.
Nobody. Straight up. Greatest of all time. Nigga. That ain't even no joke. They say the warehouse ain't never moved like it moved when you was here. We need your managerial skills and responsibility. Straight up. Nothing wrong with that, shoot. Nigga, you were known in them streets. They probably say, we give you 15, 20, 25%, we get whatever you want. Nah, hey, all jokes aside, boy, when you're good at what you do, they talk to you like that. They don't tell you what they want to pay you. They say, what would you like? They ain't go that far.
did go up to that last minute.
I know they did. They had to. They had to. They seen the dip in production. They had to. They ain't know. I already know that. Nigga, you were damn good. We say, boy, regulated. We damn good at it too.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that. Damn good too.
Shoot, gotta earn your keep. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. 15 and what in Corinthians, man? Dude, that wasn't no joke, nigga. You were good at that jump.
I think verse 40, 1 Corinthians.
1 Corinthians 15 and 40. Johnny, the only nigga hit all his targets. Right? Say what's up, Jamal.
And say also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the esteem of the celestial one, the esteem of the terrestrial another.
Mm-hmm.
One esteem of the sun, another esteem of the moon, another esteem of the stars. For one star differ from another star in esteem. So also is the resurrection of the dead.
Notice when he say one star different from another star, of course you know that's Kokab. That's the sons of God. The sons of God, the daughters of God, they all differ from each other in esteem. Everybody don't have the same level of esteem because everybody don't have the same gifts. Go ahead.
So also the resurrection of the dead. It is sown in corruption, it is raised in incorruption.
Mm-hmm.
It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in esteem.
Mm-hmm.
It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body.
Spiritual body.
There's a natural body, there's a spiritual body.
Mm-hmm.
And so it is written, the first man Adam was made a living soul.
The second Adam.
A quickening ruach.
Mm.
Howbeit that not first which was spiritual, but that which is natural, and afterward that which is spiritual.
That's right.
The first man of the earth,
earthy.
The second man, the Lord from Shamayim.
And they both went through sufferings. Let me finish this part on Psalms 109, right? Verse 9. Psalms 109 and 9. He says, let his children be fatherless and his wife a widow. Let his children be continually vagabonds and beg. Let them seek their bread also out of their desolate places. Let the extortioner catch all that he have. Let strangers spoil his labor. Let there be none to extend mercy unto him. Neither let there be any favor to his fatherless children. Let his posterity be cut off. And in the generation following, let their name be blotted out. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with Yahuwah. Let not the sin of his mother be blotted out. Let them be before Yahuwah continually, that he may cut them off from the earth, because he remembered not to show mercy, because he persecuted the poor and needy man, that he might even slay the broken in heart. As he loved cursing, so let it come unto him. And as he delighted not in blessing, so let it be far from him. And as he clothed himself with cursing like as a garment, so let it come into his bowels like water, and like oil into his bones. And let it be unto him as the garment which cover him, and for a girdle wherewith he is girded continually. Let this be the reward of my adversaries from Yahuwah, and of them that speak evil against my soul. But do you for me, O Yahuwah the Lord, for your name's sake, because your mercy is good, deliver you me. For I am poor and needy, and my heart is wounded within me. I'm gone like the shadow when it declined. I'm tossed up and down as the locust. My knees are weak through fasting, and my flesh fail of fatness. Give him fasting by definition real quick. I became also a reproach unto them, and they that looked upon me shake their heads. Remember we read earlier, if he was an Elohim, let him deliver him now. Listen.
Fast is sown. Fast or faster.
Fast or faster. I'm getting to that because I'm setting something up that Mother Sharona asked me about. Yeah, there is a difference between just and being fair. Absolutely. Help me, O Yahuwah, my Elohim, save me according to your mercy, that they may know that this is your hand and you, Yahuwah, have done it. Let them curse, but bless you. And when they arise, let them be ashamed, but let your servant rejoice. Let my adversaries be clothed with shame. Let them cover themselves with their own confusion as with a mantle. I will greatly praise Yahuwah with my mouth. Yea, I will praise him among the multitude, for he shall stand at the right hand of the poor to save him from them that condemn his soul. That's why, remember, he said, let Satan stand at the wicked right hand. He said, but let Yahuwah stand at the righteous right hand. See, that's cursing right there. He said, and you know why? And this is why he said he cursed them, because they didn't remember to show mercy, but persecuted the poor and needy, that they might slay the humbled in heart. Yeah, people like that, man, let them be damned. Tell them what cursing mean in verse 17, since he said they loved it. A lot of people love cursing. Now, I'm not telling you to run around here and use abject profanity. We've had that conversation before. You can use it if you want to. Just don't chastise your children if they use it, because remember, everything the father do, the son do likewise. If you don't want your son to do it, then why you doing it?
That's kalallah, curse, vilification, execration.
Let's talk about what it is to vilify. You been on Spotify? Doris look like she used Spotify because that's what they do. She don't even lose Apple Music. Doris, you use Spotify? You a real nigga. She like Spotify. Which one of you niggas in here using Tidal? You look like you use Tidal. Vilifies to speak or write about somebody in an abusive and disparaging manner. It is to say or write unpleasant things about someone in order to cause people to have a bad opinion of them. Also to speak ill of, defame, slander. Some synonyms, to cast aspersions, to culminate, to defame, to malign, to slander, to traduce. To injure by speaking ill of. That's what it means to curse somebody. What was the other word?
Execration.
Execration.
Or even what's it to say? It's the act of cursing or denouncing.
To denounce somebody. That's what cursing is. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily using quote unquote profanity. It is to verbally denounce someone. Obviously saying something that I hope your sins be remembered before God is denouncing someone. A lot of people, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's more people who speak against profanity who curse than people who actually use profanity. To be 100% honest with you. Because in the strict form of things, that vulgar language, quote unquote, is not cursing. Most black people who deal with the Bible don't know what cursing is. Like you have some people say, if you hear somebody say, God damn, they'll be like, don't take God's name in vain. You're literally asking him to damn something. This is literally what that means. You're saying your power, curse that. Because to be damned is to be cursed. So you're asking him to curse something. See, but y'all know what taking God's name in vain is. Because he said whoever take his name in vain, he will not hold him guiltless. Taking this man's name in vain is naming the name of Yahuwah and committing sin, causing his enemies to speak against him. You just made the name of Yahuwah worthless. Do we need to read that?
You put people in the box.
No, I'm talking about to make sure everybody know what that is. Because you look confused. Oh, so you just a airhead? A dunce? Oh, now you trying to put it on me. Where my dunce cap at? You done failed 4 semesters in a row, ma'am. You've been to summer school 7 years in a row. We've only had it for 3. We need to call your parents. Get them Exodus 20, wherever that's it at. I know we still got Isaiah 59. We done dropped.
13 and 22.
Yeah, we still can read. That's for the gaps from Isaiah 59. Dwayne Jamal. Come on with it.
That's verse 7.
In Exodus 20 and 7.
So you shall not take the name of Yahuwah your Elohim in vain, for Yahuwah will not hold him guiltless that take his name in vain.
Tell them what vain is there, man, for case they don't know.
That's shav, emptiness, vanity, falsehood, nothingness.
You make this man's name mean nothing. Proverbs 30 and 5.
No, don't get it.
Say every word of Elohim pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him.
So live.
Add you not unto his words, lest he reprove you and you be found a liar.
That's right.
2, have I required of you, deny me not before I die.
What's that?
Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Remove far from me what?
Vanity and lies.
What else?
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Don't give me poverty nor what?
Riches.
Why?
Feed me with food convenient for me.
Why?
Lest I be full and denied and say, who is Yahuwah?
Who is Yahuwah?
Or lest I be poor and steal and take the name of my Elohim in vain.
He said, lest I be poor and do what?
And steal.
What Exodus 20:7 said, thou shalt not do what? No, he said not steal. That's one of the 10. Thou shalt not steal. He said, if I steal, I take the name of my God in vain. Tell him what vain is there.
It's not in there, it's in italics.
That's good.
So let's look at something here. Let's see what we got there. In this instance, when they say take the name of my Elohim, you're going to have tafas, which is to seize or be arrested or capture his name, but capturing his name in an ungodly fashion. And this will cause his enemies to speak against him. Remember when David got caught? Because again, we talking about lust. You know what I'm saying? David knew Bathsheba was Uriah the Hittite's wife. You think he didn't know that? But he saw her bathing in that water, and he conspired away through his lust to do what he did. And remember what Nathan told him: you've caused the enemies of Yahuwah to what? Blaspheme. You know, took this man. A lot of people in this word do not take that into account. That your deeds, words, and actions can cause people to blaspheme his name because you done made his name worthless. Which is why Paul wrote to Timothy, let all those that name the name of a Mashiach depart from iniquity. That way that when they speak and condemn your good conduct in Mashiach, that his name be esteemed, though you be vilified. You don't want people to speak against God because of what you doing. Like that clip we heard earlier, when Buddy was like, F you, man, this dude told this dude, man, go dead grandmama up and tell her to hear Jesus. I said, damn. Now, this wasn't nobody who was in the word, but they were doing this man like that because of his conduct. So his conduct had them like FG, because there was another individual on there who deal with the word. They don't talk to him like that. Because his conduct, they may not believe it, but I at least will hear you out. You know what I'm saying? The way that you conduct yourself is the way that people going to view your God. Now, if you don't care how people view your God, that's on you. I don't think any of you would want to bring shame to your mom and your daddy when you was a child, not knowing. See, when you're young, you don't realize your actions can bring shame to your family name. Because nobody really stresses that importance of, don't shame my name. Yeah. Don't embarrass. That was the nigga way to saying, don't bring shame to my name. Don't go up there embarrassing me. Because you bringing shame to my name. You know what I'm saying? That's not really brought in because people don't want shame anymore. People feel like you can do whatever, say whatever, and you shouldn't shame them. Well, I didn't shame you. You shamed yourself. Because I didn't do it. You did that. I literally heard this lady, man, on this panel. They were talking about, what that nigga was talking about? She was talking about that meme that had dudes that want to holler at a girl when they was in high school. And she was like, no. And now he done became successful. And now she want to holler at him. And they got on there like, you done seen that meme before. And he was like, I don't want her. And this woman had the nerve to say, I know what the problem is. Y'all wasn't getting no coochie in high school because we was out here being victimized by the drug dealers. Get over it. Like, nobody's victim. Look here, man. I grew up with chicks who was fooling with drug dealers. They were not being victimized. Now, did they have the mental and emotional capabilities to understand fully what they was involved in? Probably not. But did they know what they were doing and why they were doing it? Absolutely. At least with the ones I knew. You know how I knew this? Because I heard their conversations. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm not talking about everybody. I said the ones I grew up with. Them girls knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing. They knew that 22, 20. And then, of course, a lot of dudes who were selling dope, them boys wasn't that grown. A lot of them was our age. You know what I'm talking about? You know, we like to get that story that they were the girls you went to school with messing with the dope boys who were 30, 31 years old. No, that nigga was 19. He just looked old. He was smoking boots every day. That nigga was on drugs. You know what I'm talking about? He didn't go to school. He was getting high and getting drunk all day, smoking cigarettes. It aged him. He looked 27. That boy was 20. No, for real, like, you know, man, you had a couple dudes, they might have been 23, 24. You know what I'm talking about? But man, most of them, they messing with dudes our age who selling dope. There ain't no 30-year-old dudes on the regular cruising around no high school. Was it some of them who did? So it was. Because it was definitely some around my way. Now, don't get me wrong now. It was a couple of the nasty niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about, it wasn't as many as them as some who were maybe a little closer to the 15 to 17-year-old age. You know what I'm saying? Because young niggas selling dope too, depending on where you go to school at. They were selling dope too. A lot of them boys I grew up with were selling dope. Man, when we was in high school, a lot of them girls just wanted to fool with a nigga who had a car. That's it. He could take me somewhere, girl. We can ride. Nigga, we children. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, I ain't got no car. I gotta wait for my mama to come home and see if she gonna give me the keys. But I mean, some dudes, they might be upset when they got, but at the same token, I have the thought process of, if you did not want, Sloan says, Kelly, if you didn't want me when I was 16, I don't want you now that we 29. No, I'm good on that. I don't care what you experienced, what you went through, none of that. I'm not, it ain't got to be, she went through nothing negative. You should feel like that about anybody. If they didn't want to fool with you 10, 15 years ago, don't come around here fooling with me now. Stay over there. I don't know what she wants. No, it's. I ain't talking about. It's a woman. She say, you know what? I'm focused on this right now. But you know, she not really dealing with most dudes. They tried to holler at a girl, and she said, "Nigga, no." You know what I'm talking about? Then 10 years later, here she comes. No, you can't do that to yourself, man. You shouldn't do that with anybody in life. Somebody didn't want to be your friend 10 years ago. You ain't finna be my friend today. Stay over there. If I wasn't good enough to be your friend then, I don't want to be your friend now. Should no one? Now, I don't know if it's too many dudes. I say it's different for a woman. If it's a dude you used to fool with back in the day and he ain't do right by you and now 10, 12 years done went by and he don't want to swing back around, you better leave that nigga where he at. Yeah, you better not fool with that nigga. You better leave him alone. I don't know if women experience that. They tried to get with a nigga and he said no. And then he want to double back to him. I don't know if they experienced that like men. I know they may experience more so you used to fool with the dude and he ain't do right by you. And then some time go by, he want to try to get back with you. Hey, stranger, and all that other stuff. You is strange, nigga. I speak Chinese. I don't understand your language. Leave that nigga alone.
They have a grown mind yet.
I don't care what you ain't have.
They're trying to figure out.
I don't care what you ain't have. Stay over it. Because usually a person like that gonna come in and destroy your life. Them stories sound good when you watch them Lifetime and Netflix movies. But in real life, how many people you know that worked out well for them? Exactly. Nigga used to be sleeping with everybody in the neighborhood when he was fooling with you. Now 13 years later, you know, I was wrong. I've learned from my ways. You know, I always loved you. You better leave that nigga alone. Better respect your life. He gonna come in and give you herpes. That's how it happens. You fool with a nigga like that, they gonna give you herpes. He ain't gonna give you AIDS, he gonna give you something you gonna be stuck with.
They getting rid of herpes now, man.
I don't know if they can or they can't. But you fool with that nigga, man, you gonna get herpes. Chlamydia at the least. Leave them people alone. They think it's a joke, see? You better leave them people alone, man. If ain't nobody want you, like this here, man, when they was at their best, when they could give you their best, and now they want to come back and they ain't got their best to give no more, man, you can't fool with them no more, man. You can't give your best years to everybody else and then come around here and give me what's left. Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah, you got to stay over there. That's really what I'm referring to. No matter if it's man or woman, whoever it is. If somebody, you want to deal with somebody and they decided they want to give their best to whoever, and then after they done gave their best, they want to come back over here and fool with you. Man, that's how they see you. They see that you weren't worthy of getting my best. You got to get what's left. Now you leave the people alone. That's what a lot of people like to do with the Lord, ain't it? They like to go out there in the world and get the world their best and give you who or what's left. And guess what he gonna do? I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. If I can't get your best, what would I want it for? You know what I'm saying? I want your best. That's what Yahuwah want. I want your best. You got books for that. Abel gave him his what? And what did Yahuwah do with Abel? And Cain didn't give Yahuwah his best. And what happened to him? He didn't accept him. And guess what happened with him? He got what? Mad. And when he got mad, what did he do after that? Killed the one who gave his best. That's all you got to do is get a man your best. Ain't nobody talking about, when we say something about, it's not about if it's going to be perfect in your mind, because what's perfect in your mind may not even be nothing that Yahuwah thinking about. You got to give him your best, though. He don't want that leftover stuff. Don't go out there and spend it all with the world and decide you want to give me this. He don't want that. You say, how do you find your... Oh, no. Giving your best means that you give your best effort. But that boy say he had a girl double back 8 kids later. Golly. Well, you double back to me with 8 kids, I'm going to send you to social service.
8 years later or kids later?
8 kids later. I can't do nothing with 8 kids, man. I wouldn't care if I had no kids or 12 kids. Baby, that's 20 kids. I can't do nothing with that. This ain't even no disrespect to her. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids if they mine. Hell, I don't want mine. You know what I'm talking about? F them kids. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. God damn, I don't want to take care of these niggas. But they mine, they here now. I don't want to add 8 more. 8 more? That's too much. That's too much. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know y'all got a house full of children now. You talking about, oh, let's swing and get 8 more. God, no. Could you imagine 8 Joannes in here? Then take 8 more and bring 8 more on top of it? Man, I'm going to the psych ward. No, all those aside, that's a lot of kids. You can't not want to fool with me and then get 8 kids and want to come fool with me. Nah, man. Nah, man. That's too many. I mean, that's how some people feel. What you talking about, fooling with a man with no kids? For me, I ain't even really talking about the stuff like the internet people be talking about. I'm just looking at the aspect of, if I had 8 kids, that's a lot of kids. You know what I'm talking about? You talking about 8 more kids? This ain't even the fact that they're not mine. 8 more kids? Where they gonna sleep at? Well, if you are, man, that's a lot of people. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I can't do it. That's too many children. We gotta gradually walk into 8. You know what I'm saying? I just can't turn into 8. I can't go from 3 to 11. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no work shift. That's too many children. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of children, man. It's one thing if you had 1 child, she got a child, 2. Yeah, I can deal with that. I can't go from 1 to 9. That's a lot of. Look at it. That's 9 bodies got to be clothed. That's 9 bodies got to be fed. That's you got to get a different, bigger vehicle. They got to be transported. All type of stuff. Man, I can't do that. You can't claim but 3 of them, can't you? Last year was the first year I ever got a refund check of some note. Man, I mean you poor. That boy said 8 kids, she better open a sweatshop. Well, that's a lot of kids, bro. I'm really focusing on going from however many kids you had and then them 8 on top. It ain't even about the internet conversation people have with that. I'm just thinking about, good Lord, what is this woman doing for me that I'm willing to go from 2 to 10? That's a lot of churn, man. Look at y'all already know. There's a few years y'all ain't too far away from the 8, and y'all like, shoot, 8 more? That's a lot of churn. But how do you give your best? You give your best by giving maximum effort. That's what we talk about when you say giving somebody your best. You know what I'm saying? It's when you give the best of your effort. Just giving your all in whatever it is that you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Not halfway doing something. Not, what's the word I'm looking for? Sleepwalking through it. You know what I'm talking about? Not trying to skate by like you did in school and just try to get a seat. You know what I'm saying? But actually giving your best effort that you know you're capable of giving and not just trying to get by. He said, that's why I love my foster parents. They already had 9 kids and took me in it. Now, foster parent is different. Now, see, that's different. Because when you make a commitment to be a foster parent, you know you might have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids in the house. You know, you're doing something that the average person ain't going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and that's some real stuff. Because everybody ain't willing to take in somebody else's child like that. You know what I'm saying? But boy, not no girl I wanted to talk to when I was 17 and she ain't had no kids and she finna come back around here and I'm 33 and she talking about, I always liked you. I done had 8 kids, by the way. You ain't like me enough. You ain't like me enough. Nah, you ain't like me enough.
Take more time with me.
You ain't like me enough. Because I like me enough to say no to that. Because I wouldn't tell no woman to fool with no dude that you wanted to talk to in school and he ain't want to fool with you. And now he talking about he got 12 kids from 6 women. You better run away from that nigga. That nigga is reckless and irresponsible with his genitalia. You don't need to be around here playing stepmama to no nigga 12 kids, man. Because you know what's going to be happening? He going to be around there banging langing with one of them baby mamas. He got too many of them. It's one of them let him get that coochie. Nah, stay away from that nigga. I wouldn't recommend it. I don't recommend that. That's too many churn. I would say 2 is your cutoff. You know what I'm talking about? Once you start dealing with 3, that's a lot more money to be coming in to jump in from 0 to 3, from 1 to 3, to 1 to 4, to 2 to 5. Unless your money right. If your money ain't right, that's a lot. I'm talking about this. That's a lot. Yeah, they got a real serious relationship. Especially if all the kids from the same person, they might be tied in. That's a lot. But I'm see when you're talking about this, that's a lot of emotional stuff. There's a lot of attachment stuff going on. That's a lot. You got to make sure you're in the mental and emotional space to have the capability to navigate that type of situation. And guess what? Most people don't have it. Most people don't have it. You know what I'm saying? This ain't about how the internet talk about this. You dealing with somebody that has a child from somebody or multiple children or whatever they got going on, man. Like you just said, man, if somebody got 3 kids from the same person, man, boy, they was fooling with each other. They were fooling with each other. You got to make sure that you have the mental and emotional capabilities to deal with this person and everything that come along with that. This is either the man or the woman. It don't make no difference. Because if you don't need to fool with that. That's why all these people be on the internet crying all the time. Because they didn't know what they would get themselves into. Come on, Silvo, read me Isaiah 59 and 15 so we can get on out of here. But see, people don't have come to talk. I'm not finna denigrate nobody who got no churn. Because guess what? We live in America and people like to hunt. You know what I'm talking about? And the byproduct of hunting is having churn. Say, Mama Steph says, as a woman, make sure you have the emotional and physical capacity to take care of those children by yourself, point blank. You got, because look here, man. And look at a woman not being with the dude with her children. That could come from a multitude of ways. You got some dudes who go to prison. It wasn't necessarily that they were criminals. It could have been one of them white collar dudes made a bad decision. He seen some stuff. I think I could steal these 20,000. Stuff like that happen though. Dude's not necessarily a criminal, but he let his greed get the best of him. Now he going to jail. This woman out here with the children by herself. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes dudes die. Sometimes, hey man, we just can't keep rolling no more. It just is what it is. You know what I'm talking about? And vice versa. But you got it, man. Look here, man. You meet somebody, she like, yeah, I got 3 kids. Ain't even about how many she got them from. Some dudes will be like, she got 3 kids from 3 different dudes. I can't fool with that. That's more the her having 3 kids from one man is a little bit more disturbing than the 3 because you don't know how locked in she is with that dude. But she risked her life 3 times for that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? 3 times for that dude. Well, there's some manner of love and attachment for that man that she always gonna have. Can you deal with that? You might can't deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Same token, if this man got 3 kids from one woman, there's some type of attachment that man got to that woman. Can you deal with that? I'm talking about if they was really fooling with each other. I ain't talking about they was just hunching and they ain't realize what they were doing and then they had a baby. Then you trying to make something work with somebody you really don't know like that because you feel like you have to because you got a child. That's different. That ain't never gonna work out. You right about that, Mama Steph. How may I help you? Sit. Mama Steph say, get your education and bolder yourself and learn how to and see and that's what keep young women from out here whoring. See, a lot of young girls be out here whoring because they ain't got nothing to do. That's why a lot of young boys be out here whoring because you ain't got nothing to do. When you ain't got nothing to do, you gonna screw. When you're young, that's what's gonna happen. You gotta keep them occupied. They need to be involved with something. They won't have no time to be worrying about hunting. They'll be more concerned with accomplishing something. Hunting won't be on their mind. At least if they meet somebody, they'll know it'll be, hey, I like this man. Now he told me I was cute. He said, when am I going to give him some? Now you got a baby from a jackass. Joanne. I don't need all that. Come on, Isaiah 59:15.
It say, yea, truth fail, and he that depart from evil make himself a prey.
Make himself a what?
And a prey. And Yahuwah saw, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. And he saw that there was no man, and wondered that there was no intercessor. Therefore his arm brought salvation unto him.
His arm brought salvation.
And his righteousness has sustained him.
And his what sustained him?
His righteousness.
Tell him what righteousness means. And then we'll go back to verse 14, I believe, with the breach. And we'll get out of here.
That's set upon justice, righteousness.
So notice that it's a dog. His righteousness is what did it. That's going to take us down another road. But nevertheless, come on back to verse 14. I think I missed what I wanted. Then after we read verse 14, we'll go to Ezekiel 13.
And judgment is turned away backward, the justice stand afar off, the truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
Mm-hmm.
Yea, truth failed, and he that depart from evil make himself a prey, and Yahuwah saw, and it displeased him that there was no judgment.
What the one way said it with the breach?
I think it was
Lil Bug, what's your problem? You sitting here looking like you want to cry.
I'm not.
What verse it was? Well, just read me 10 again, man. Now, I hear it. Isaiah 50, I don't even think we was in 10. We was about 12. Don Joanne, you heard what your mama said. Put that baby down. She ain't bothering you.
I told him birthday.
Walk over here. Just let her walk with her. Walk with her. Walk with her. There you go. Walk with her. More, you acting a fool. Get on up. You might have to get him. That baby dead waiting him. Yeah, she dead waiting him. Come on. 59 and 12.
And say, for our transgressions are multiplied before you, and our sins testify against us. For our transgressions with us, and as for our iniquities, we know them. Transgressing and lying against Yahuwah, departing away from our Elohim, speaking oppression and revolt, conceiving and uttering the heart words of falsehood.
That's right.
And judgment is turned away backward, justice stand afar off, truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
Come on. Nah, shoot, we was in 59. That nigga read that earlier. That's why we went to look at what we were looking at. Oh, you know what I'm thinking about? We was in Amos. Amos 9 and 11. Yeah, go back to Amos 9 and 10. That's my bad, y'all. That's my bad.
They say all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. In that day will I raise the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof.
Remember, now tell them what breaches is. You got on breeches? You, man, take this hat off of my house.
That's Peretz, breach, a gap, a bursting forth.
So what's the gap? What's bursting forth? Let's go to Ezekiel 13 and 1.
And the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the prophets of Yasharal that prophesy. Say you unto them that prophesy out of their own hearts, hear you the word of Yahuwah. Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. Oh Yasharal, your prophets are like the foxes in the desert.
They're like the what?
The foxes in the desert.
And they have not gone into where?
Into the gap.
And they neither have done what?
Made up the hedge for the house of Yasharal.
To do what?
The battle in the day of Yahuwah.
They seen what?
Vanity and lying divination, saying,
Yahuwah saith,
and Yahuwah have not sent
man,
them.
that man ain't sent these people.
They have made to hope that they would confirm the word.
And they making other people to hope that God would confirm a word he never spoke.
Have you not seen a vain vision? And have you not spoken a lying divination? Whereas you say, Yahuwah saith, albeit I have not spoken.
Pause. Now go back and give him gaps in the head. You like Benson in head? You know what that is?
Not really. Gaps is the same thing. Gaps is Peretz.
Nah, man, them cigarettes you used to smoke back in the day. Benson and Head. You don't know nothing about no cigarettes, boy. Remember they used to sell us candy cigarettes? Ain't that something? They were trying to get us on them things early, wasn't it? Dirty bastards. Gotta walk around here to my... Next thing you know, you had a Newport. Them people. Yeah, them people dirty, ain't them? He said they were good. They were good now. Definitely was some quality candy. One, like they said, all the things you want kids to emulate, smoking cigarettes on. And they put them in a pack too. So you can feel like you walk around like a pack of cigarettes like Mr. Johnny in the neighborhood. There's always an old nigga in the neighborhood named Mr. Johnny kept a pack of cigarettes. You know, there was a time period you could go, but for this, y'all never did it, but I did. You could go to the store and buy cigarettes for your people. Oh boy, it must have been different where you from. They stopped that in the 80s. Maybe early 90s.
You know, them corner stores let you do it.
Oh, I say, you know, you up north, you know, they do stuff. You know what I'm saying? You said, and they had the nerve to have a little smoke. I'm telling you. Had you around here waiting to be a junkie.
Go over there, hey, man. You get these on credit.
Yeah.
It might,
that boy said on credit.
They do it. Mom got you next week.
Hey, and the fake dip in the powder. You ain't lying. And they had to fake that dip powder. Niggas that like they snorting coke. How you even know about that? Watching Scarface. Unless your people was in the house snorting. You love cigars. They got bubble gum. I never smoked. Lying. You smoked weed, didn't you?
He had the guts out.
Guts out is crazy. I couldn't resist. I couldn't pass that one up. I had to go ahead and take that hand off.
Yeah. Set yourself up.
Hey, football season.
1-1, man.
What the boy say? Hand it off in the pocket.
Hedge is a gadar, a fence, or a wall.
A fence or a wall. It say you hate the smell of weed. Shoot, boy, I smell some people. What? I think I told you that. Well, when we was at that show, boy, them niggas was smoking booms. Boy, you hear me? Man. No, it was me. It wasn't even the fact they were smoking booms. It was the fact that I ain't smelt one in so long and I wasn't ready. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you know niggas smoke booms. Even when you smelling them, you still want to prepare your mind for a nigga smoking crack. Because the reality is, if you're smoking cocaine, you're smoking base. You are free base. Man, why these boys out there doing they battle rap, man, these boys is bunking it up. And the worst part was they were smoking good weed, bunking it up. Disrespecting the marijuana. You don't put cocaine on good marijuana. I said, boy, I'm glad this nigga done perform. I gotta go. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, this joint stink.
You see battle rap, you didn't know that was on drugs.
All them niggas look like they was on drugs.
Niggas you be watching on the
All them niggas. I thought the light-skinned nigga was gonna get beat up. I ain't gonna lie, but I put that off camera. I thought he was gonna get beat up. He was getting mad like he was tough. Like, boy, ain't nobody scared of you. You ain't scared of you. You know what I'm talking about? You trying to sell it, don't nobody believe. He bounced back though. You know what I'm talking about? The club killing him. You know what I'm talking about? That nigga see, man, boom, this junk, man, I'm finna leave. That's how I know you ain't tough like that, nigga. You threw a tantrum in front of everybody. I would have incorporated that in my battle if I was him. Look at this nigga crying like a baby. That nigga Ward killing that nigga. He redeemed himself towards the end though. I give him that. I don't tell you that. But boy, them niggas in there smoking crack. You say you hate the smell of cigarettes and blacks? What? Cigarettes stink. I say I hate when Jimmy smoke a black, then he won't put it out and get back in the car. That just stink. Save it for later. He want to be all the people you haul smoking black. Let's stop smoking weed in people's stuff. Come on, man. So you know that's a hedge. Do y'all remember where hedge is mentioned at in this Old Testament? Y'all remember? It's a favorite character of everybody's. Come on over here to Job 1, man. We running long. It's time to go. Job 1 and 7. After that, Ezekiel 23. John Joanne.
It say, and Yahuwah said unto Hashatan, whence come you? Then Hashatan answered Yahuwah and said, from going to and fro on the earth and from walking up and down in it. Yahuwah said unto Hashatan, have you considered my servant Job? None like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that fear Elohim and eschew evil. Then Hashatan answered Yahuwah and said, do Job fear Elohim for nothing? Have not you made a hedge about him?
He said, do Job fear God for nothing? He said you made a protection for him. Go ahead.
And about all that he have on every side, you have baruch the work of his
Notice
hand.
that he said that the prophets didn't stand in the gap or make a hedge, right? Now come over here to Ezekiel 22. Because remember, he said he'll prepare the breaches of the house of David. How may I help you, Grandma?
Bless you.
Grandma was out there eating lemons and she thought there was an orange. It wasn't no orange.
What I told you.
You say yak. Come on, give me 22 and 23. Yeah, she went and grabbed one of them lemons. She thought it was an orange because the skin was orange, but that wasn't no orange.
The okie doke, man.
Say the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, son of man, say unto her, you are the land that is not cleansed, nor rained upon in the day of indignation.
A conspiracy.
Of her prophets in the midst thereof.
Like a roaring lion.
The prey,
they've done what? They've taken what?
The treasure and precious things.
They've made her many widows.
In the midst thereof.
Look at what you think them treasure and precious things they taken, man. They taking the words of life from you. Come on with it, sir.
Her priests have violated my law.
That priests have done what?
Violated my law.
You look at, tell them what violated means. You used to want to sign with violated when you were young?
That's commands to wrong, to do violence, to treat violently, to do wrongly.
Now ask yourself this here, man. How can you do violence to the law? The priest did violence to Yahushua because he is the law. But let's continue. That's another conversation for another day.
And profane my Kadash.
They put no difference.
Between the Kadash and profane.
That's a lot of things that these dudes are preaching. They ain't showing you the difference between what's set apart and what's unclean.
Neither have they showed between the unclean and the clean.
And they've hid
their eyes from our Shabbats, and I am profaned among them.
See that right there, Mama Steph? That's what they were talking about. Them Old Testament people be doing. They hiding their eyes from His Sabbath while telling people to keep it. Ain't that some junk? These niggas will tell you they don't believe in Jesus, don't believe in Yahushua, tell you to keep the Sabbath, but then say, oh, we don't keep it because we can't keep it right. And I be always wanting to be asking people, how you keep the Sabbath wrong? Oh, you ain't got no temple. So you thought the Sabbath was about sacrificing bulls and goats. That's what you thought it was about. The Sabbath was a day of remembrance of Yahuwah, you dummy. All these wicked bastards want to run their mouth. Niggas say all type of stupid stuff. These niggas be on Clubhouse arguing all day about, man, I know niggas argue. Saturday ain't the Sabbath. Nigga, I know it's not. It's day 7, jackass. We don't care nothing about no Saturday. I didn't call it Saturday. Saturday's still day 7, you big dumb. You know when people say that, you give credence to the Romans. So what they call it Saturn's Day? What they got to do with me? Is it the 7th day of the week or not? Is it the 7th day of the week? You know, these niggas don't say nothing about Saturday, but you gonna take your funky behind out there on Thursday, huh? What about for Woden? You gonna go out there for the moon on Monday? Or I guess Friday's fine for you because that's for Frida, huh? I can't remember Tuesday. Who remembers? Who's Tuesday? That's Thursday. But who's Tuesday? I can't remember Tuesday. That's what Civic just said it might have been. Look it up. Somebody look it up. I thought Monday was Moon Day. Tuesday for Mars?
Yeah, Mars.
Tuesday's for Mars. Marte. Nobody says anything about them days. Man, at the end of the day, man, the Sabbath ain't nothing but a day for not rest. It's for fast, lay in the bed and sleep all day. It's for you to cease and desist from your own works, to remember Yahuwah, to seek His face, to seek His word, and to feast. That's what it's for. You got a whole 24 hours where you can feast under Yah and remember Him and seek His word unencumbered. That's what it's for. That man know you got 144 hours. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. What it is, 624? Yeah, 144 hours to be encumbered about many different things. He said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to separate 24 so you don't got to be encumbered with any of those things so you can focus on me. And you know what the sad part about it is? Y'all will say you want quality time with flesh and blood, but you don't want quality time with your God. You hypocritical bastard. You will bust a man ball up and down about spend time with me. Some men will bust a woman balls down all day, spend time with me. But your God say, I must make sure you can spend time with me, and that's an issue for you. You don't deserve nothing He have to offer. You ungrateful bastard. He said, I set it apart, 24. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Cease and desist from everything you got going on and just focus on me. Niggas think it's a day for you to lay in the bed and sleep all day. That's what you know why everybody think that? Because they say rest, rest, rest. But they don't tell you rest literally means to cease and desist. That's what it means. Not lay in the bed farting all day. These boys want to lay in the bed eating cold cuts, eating cereal all day. Got niggas hungry. Man, go on ahead. You can't kindle no fire. You ain't kindling no fire because you cooked that stove on. You better make them churn something to eat. Churn don't want them damn bologna sandwiches. Fry. You can't fry it because you got to cut the fire on. Look here, man. The Jewish people say you sitting right now, you got the lights on. That's kindling fire when you cut the electricity on. They believe you got to cut the electricity on, leave it on all night. Then they tell you you got to make what you going to make the day before. That ain't no man or boy. That man never said damn time. Where do you read anywhere where he told you cook food the day before? Where y'all ever read that at? You ever read that? When he said get the day before, what was it? That was manna. How many of you niggas went outside and collected manna on Friday and brought it in the house? Because I ain't never seen it. He's talking about, but it's a preparation day. It means to get yourself in order to be able to remember them 24. Get your affairs in order.
Make sure you want to go out there trying to collect it on his day.
On his day. You ain't got to come out there. I'm going to give you twice as much. Let me show you what preparation mean in John when they say that, man. I told you, I tell our other sister that, man. She be like, man, we can't cook on this. I say, shoot, nigga, you can be hungry. I'm finna make the egg. I'm not finna be around here eating cereal every morning. I don't want no cereal. You like cereal? Well, oh, my bad. We don't use no C words in here, cuz. Got that burial? No, Dora say she likes some espresso. Big fillet. You know what I'm saying? You look at preparation here in the Greek, which is the only time the word preparation day is ever used. It is parask yoe. It's making ready, a preparation, prepared, equipment. The day of preparation, when the Jews made the necessary preparation to celebrate a Sabbath for a feast. Now, let me tell y'all something. What does the law say about preparations for a feast? He says it's lawful for every man to do one thing. He said no man can do work, but it's lawful that every man work so everyone can what? Eat. One thing a lot of Israelites in 2025 don't like to acknowledge is that the weekly Sabbath is a feast day. It's an appointed time. So it's supposed to be a time of rejoicing. Not a time of, oh, here come the Sabbath again. Oh, I can't. What he said in Amos, when is the Sabbath going to be over? So I can, you eating them berry brunch? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He wants some big filet sauce. Because you got people who believe that the Sabbath ain't a feast day, but the Sabbath is a feast day. So weekly feast. You know what I'm saying? People think you just got to wait around for Passover, Tabernacle. No, that man ain't do that. He said, I give you a feast every week. It's a weekly holiday. You don't want me for real, boy. Come on back. Where you was at?
Ezekiel 22.
Keep on going.
Verse 27. Is it? There are princes in the midst thereof, like wolves ravening the prey, to shed blood, to destroy souls, to get this out.
To destroy souls.
And the prophets have daubed them with untempered, seeing vanity, and divining lies unto them, saying, Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim, when Yahuwah have not spoken. The people of the land have used oppression and exercised robbery, and have vexed the poor and needy. Yea, they have oppressed the stranger wrongfully. And I sought for a man among them that should make up the head.
That should make up the head.
Stand in the gap before me for the land, that I should not destroy it, but I found none.
So what's the bursting for? It's his wrath. So when he say he gonna close up the breaches, he closed up the wrath. That's how he able to rebuild that tabernacle. That's why we read that second 1 Corinthians 15. Because the first Adam had a breach. That breach was death. You know what I'm talking about? He suffered because of it. The second Adam suffered in order to close up that breach so that death could no longer get through and you could live. Cold milk being cooled by a refrigerator, running from electricity. My God, today. That logic definitely will have them baffled. It definitely will. Oh, yeah, if y'all didn't know that, we ain't one of them people tell you can't, man. Look here, man. Go on, whip you some dinner up, man. You ain't sinned against nobody. If you let a nigga think that your God, if you sinning against your God because you made something to eat, he don't know your God. At all. You know what I'm talking about? Because remember, they tried the Lord with that. Why he picking corn? This man hungry. It's not lawful for you to do that. Anytime you run across a nigga who always talking about what it ain't lawful for a nigga to do, he's sinning anyway. What you listening to him for? You ain't around here stealing from nobody. You ain't worshiping no gods. You just made you a steak and potatoes. Man, you better go in there and make you so your kids want pancakes. Go and make them niggas them flapjacks. Niggas say all that there, man, talking about, man, the Jewish people will leave their oven on all night. I told y'all plenty of time, man, that's why they used to get ran over on San Jose, because they said they couldn't press the button on the crosswalk. They said that's kindling fire. And they wanted the city to build an actual overhead ramp on San Jose for them to walk over, for them to get to the synagogue. The city said, hell no, we ain't building that. Better hit that button. For real. Nola, you ain't know that? Well, you might have not been living here when that used to happen. Man, them white folks out there in Mandarin, man, they were walking to that synagogue on San Jose Boulevard getting hit by cars every other week. It seemed like it. Yeah, they used to get ran over because they would say it's unlawful for them to hit the button on the crosswalk. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's kindling fire, because none of them drive to the synagogue. They walk there. You know what I'm saying? So then when they kept getting hit by cars, they petitioned the city to build, you know, like one of them walkway ramps that's out east. Man, Duval County said, man, if you don't get your silly behind from out of here, man, we not spending no money on that. You better hit that damn button. They trying to meet you who are early. Yeah. Nola said, this is beyond me. She said, now that's just stupidity.
They must be serving God on the left.
No, they really, I'm not even being funny. They genuinely believe that. They believe that if you flip the light switch, that's kindling fire. They believe if you cut the car on, when the engine fire up, that's kindling fire. All that. I don't know if that, I think that might be some Talmudic stuff, man. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, man, you know, Jacksonville has a decent size, you know, Jewish community around here. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of them. Most of them live in, well, most of their synagogues are in Mandarin, I should say. And then, you know, they got that big, what's that Jewish thing over there by the country club? You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of them. But yeah, man, they were getting ran over. And white folks say, build us a walkway so we can't be hit, so we can worship. City said, hell no, we ain't building that. Jaywalking is the answer. That's what your God wants you to do. Take risks to come worship me and get hit by a car. I can't. No, it ain't dedicated. It's a growth showing that people don't know who this man is and what he's about, and they so focused on, I gotta follow these rules that they not keeping anyway. Just press the button. Matter of fact, why you didn't drive there? You should have drove. You know how we know this? Remember what the Lord told him? He said, which one of you niggas take your ass down there and to get some water and feed them straw? You do that every Sabbath day. You got your habit behind on him and roll right on down there so you can feed it. You walk that cattle right on down there so you can feed him. And you messing with me by getting some corn? These same niggas who tell you not to cook on the Sabbath jump in their car and drive to service. I told you the other day, you got niggas who keep the Sabbath and argue about can you have sex on the Sabbath. You can't wait 24 hours, cuz. If you married, bro, you got the women 6 days a week. You just like this here, I just got to have sex with her tonight, this afternoon. Let me see how good y'all memory is. What's one of the things you know why you shouldn't be having sex on the Sabbath from out the text? Yeah, you can't appear before Yahuwah. Remember when they appeared on him on the mount, what he told the men not to do? He said, wash your clothes and do not come at your wives. So if you on the Sabbath and you going to appear before Yahuwah, man, you can't do that because you've ejaculated, sir, you unclean. Remember when he gave him the shewbread, what he asked David? He said, have you at least not? He said, we ain't touched no women in 3 days. He said, okay, yeah, you good. Yeah, but you know what these boys be looking for? Thou shalt not have intercourse on the Sabbath. You wicked as hell.
They need it made plain.
They need to make it plain. Sounds like they should have been playing Frogger during the week to prepare. Hey, all jokes aside, San Jose Boulevard is a dangerous road to be talking about trying to cross. I know y'all not from, but San Jose Boulevard, how many lanes is it? 3 on each side? Yeah, but at the part at the synagogue where they were getting hit at, it's 3 on each side, 45-mile-per-hour road. A lot of people stay over there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people stay over there. So you got 6 lanes worth of cars and on both sides of the road, and here this silly nigga go trying to jaywalk. Only people who can jaywalk effectively is hood niggas. But they know what to do.
You run right in the middle
And wait. They steady walking.
Yeah, that's time. Every time.
Nigga ain't got no speed.
Nothing. Look here, man. When you jaywalking across a road like that, man, you got to go light red, get to the middle, wait. If you got to wait there to the light, you just can't just buck and cars coming. They not gonna stop.
They see me, they gonna
You have them black suits on.
Yeah. Noah said she seen the Ark of the Covenant in the front seat of somebody's car. They other job. What's wrong with these niggas, man? You ride around with the Ark of the Covenant for? I keep God with me. It should have been in your heart, not on your driver's seat. Let me leave the people alone. That's wild, bro.
the Lord on my right hand.
The Lord is at my right hand. Don't need no Bible on the dash. I got the mercy seat. Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, when it comes to this, look here, right? If it was somebody needed something to eat, man, you could go to the store and buy them something to eat, man. When he said, you know how many dudes done told me it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. That's why I'm going to work. Nigga, you ain't going to work to do good. You going to work to get paid.
You got your reward.
You talk about you got to take care of your family. You ain't got to go to work today. What do I mean by that? If you say you can't go tell people honor the Sabbath, and he say don't do this and don't do that, and then you doing the opposite, and your response is it's lawful to do good on the Sabbath. Bro, you a hypocrite, bro. You know what people used to ask me? Well, what you gonna tell somebody? I can't tell you what to do. I can tell you what God said to do. He said don't work on it. Now I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not working on it. I done told this white man, boy, I was broke. You hear me? The white man wanted to give me a job at Ale House washing dishes. I told him I can work every day but Friday night, man. You can't tell me what days you can't work. I just told you I can't work Friday night, nigga. Well, then you won't get the job. I hung up on him. I'm not going to argue with you about that. I'm telling you that out the gate. I'm not negotiating with you. None of that. Because this is what I stand on. And I was broke. You understand me? No, I was cleaning the ale house. My homeboy had the contract because we was up there cleaning all the time. White dude offered the gig. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, yeah, I can't do that there, though. His first response, you can't tell me. Okay, I just told you. Now make your decision what you gonna do. Because I just told you what I'm gonna do. That's why it's better for me to work for myself. Because, boy, you put me on the schedule for the Sabbath, I ain't coming. And when you called me, I told you I keep the Sabbath now. I don't know why you did it. I told my job, listen, most jobs, if most people gonna go ahead and respect that. Some jobs, you might have to show them. What did they say? You might have to pop out and show them. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. Because some people want to see if you're gonna do what you said you're gonna do. You know why? Because there's a lot of people who fold. So they want to see if you're really on that. First time I heard that. Me, myself, the law say he showed mercy to thousands of them that keep his commandments. So if I believe that he the living God, and I stand on that, I believe that he'll look out for me for standing on what he said to stand on. That's just my personal perspective. That's what the word says. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't hold that perspective. It is. So my personal perspective is what the word says. But I just make it easier for them to digest. Because, boy, I'm not coming. Ain't nothing a nigga on earth can say to me to make me look at it any different. Don't call me about no Sabbath. I ain't showing up. Don't put me on your scale. I ain't doing nothing. There's a lot of people call me, can you do the job on Saturday? I'll be there Sunday. But Sunday, you know you ain't going to church. Don't worry about that. Sunday don't mean nothing to me. I'll be there. Don't worry about that. I get that bread on Sunday. Sunday to Friday, baby. I'm gonna get that money. That sun go down Friday night, I'm gonna holler at you. You won't see me again. I'm not coming. That's just me though. I can't tell you what to do. I tell you what I do though. And boy, I'm gonna make you out a believer because I'm not coming. You know what I'm talking about? Nah, man, you gotta be willing to whatever it is that you want. You gotta be willing to stand on that, man, because people will try you. You know why? Because most people don't stand on what it is that they say they believe. You know what I'm saying? If you, as a woman, if you say I ain't giving this man no yams, you can't be around there letting him rub all on you and smell all on your neck, run his fingers through your hair. You're gonna be naked. Once that happened, guess what happened? He ain't believing nothing you say after that. You know, it's a lot of brothers in this word. You know why a lot of them women don't respect him? Because she knew because he said, you know, we ain't supposed to do this here. She knew she wasn't gonna marry him. He knocking her down. She already know I'm his God now. I got him. I can do anything. What he gonna say? He gonna do what your man's did. He gonna be crying in the bed. Let's get off of here, y'all. Hallelujah for Yahushua in the world. I appreciate y'all. I bless y'all at the house of Elohim in the name of Yahushua. I love y'all. Y'all willing, man. We'll be back on Wednesday. Say who hurt that baby over there? I don't know who hurt that baby. That was Kalisha hurting that baby. I don't know who baby that was. I wasn't even looking. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but man, look here, man. Don't let them people. You just got to stand on what you stand on, man. No matter what it is. Shalom, Brother Craig, man. Man, bump these people. Yes, sir, Zoe. And remember what we read in Psalms 109. Man, look here, man. The people, if you done show love to people and they give you evil, leave them people alone. Sometimes, man, the reality. Amen, Brother Marcus, man. Love you too, bro. Hold it down. Peace, brother. Man, sometimes you better off just letting people go on out your life. They was there just for your perfection's sake and the service to your God. They don't serve their purpose and they let maggot, wicked niggas go on about their business. And I ain't telling you that just because of what occurred recently. I'm telling you that because I done already lived and experienced that before. That's why I can tell you that, because I learned it in the word, and when I lived it, I let the word be applied in that situation. That's why I can tell you to do the same, because it worked. All their job was to show you perfect patience with your God so that you could draw closer and closer to his character for your perfection and your salvation. Let them wicked niggas keep being wicked with who they wicked with. Now you know who's a tear, that black colonel that ain't got no life in him, and let that nigga die over there with who they die with. Why you thinking a lot of these rooms and on these channels, man, you don't get nothing that gender under life, because all these niggas talking about is death. They ain't talking about death to sin or death to the world or death to the flesh. They only having conversations that gender unto death. Thank you, Hua, man. Yes, sir. Shalom, bro. Yeah, man. Once you see that, you got. Why y'all be thinking see most of y'all, you see a nigga in the room, be like, man, these people talking crazy, bro. Don't say nothing. I don't never say nothing. I'm just all right with some of these people, because if I go to talking, they just gonna disregard what I said. They gonna shoot past what I said to go back to talking about what they were talking about, because they don't want to talk about what I want to talk about. So I just have to wait till when we clowning or something. Because if you really want to drop something else, no, they don't want to talk about that. I don't care about no Godhead. I don't care nothing about no Gentile salvation. I don't want to talk about that. I don't care about no virgin birth. I don't want to talk about that. Let's talk about what we need to do to get your soul in line. Let's talk about Shalom, Sister J. Let's talk about how you can navigate dealing with the wicked. Let's talk about how you can be able to identify the things necessary to perfect yourself, man. Why you go through affliction, understanding your God, understanding his character. I don't want to talk. I don't care nothing about all of that stuff, man. That's battle mode stuff. I don't do that. That's not my profession. I could if I wanted to. But then who would that benefit? That's not going to do nothing but serve my ego. That's not going to serve who need to be served. The word of Yahuwah is not to serve ego. The word of Yahuwah is to serve man. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's for. You know what I'm saying? So you got to use it for that. If it ain't being used for that, then you're misusing it. But you know, it is what it is. Let's get on off of here, man. I know a couple of these niggas look like they home. Yes, sir, Eric, man. Shalom, man. He just told me you going back up there to see Pop. So, y'all willing, man, till the next time. Yes, ma'am. No, one of these days you got to pull up to the house when everybody over here. I know next week we're going to be at somebody else's house. We at my house right now, but I'll let you know.